Account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. JewelleryMaker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Did you know that when you book a JewelleryMaker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our JewelleryMaker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Good evening and welcome to JewelleryMaker. If you've just tuned in, I'm Hannah Stuart. I'll be here until 10 o'clock this evening. Night out, I know, whoop, whoop. Night out with the late crew. And Katie Parker.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Jewellery is absolutely amazing. I do remember that text, yeah. Becky just pointed out, producer Becky just said, last time you were on actually, do you remember we had a text message from a customer saying, who are you? I like to think I'm part of the furniture now, Katie. I've been here for years and years and years, but not, of course, on the late show. So if you are seeing my face for the first time, I'm Hannah Stuart. I can normally be found on the mid show, but I thought, you know, I might join the late crew on this side. It's quite nice, isn't it?
It is.
And it's so cold in this studio. It's lovely. Everyone's loving the cold. In fact, I think people will just come in for the cold today. It's lovely. It's really lovely because it's 32 degrees outside. It's madness, I tell you. If you want to get interactive this evening, by the way, 60777, start your message with the word JM Studio. You can send us a text. Let us know what you're up to. How have you been enjoying your day or the weekend? Yesterday, approximately 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's coming out. Yeah, let us know what you've been up to this weekend. We'd love to hear from you as well. We've got loads of treats coming up for you this evening. We've got brand new no, Becky, I'm not. Are you okay? No. What's the heat? Tassel end caps. You see, there's a lot. Brass petal tassel end caps.
It is a mouthful.
Exactly. You try remembering that, Katie, as a mum. Impossible.
No.
Impossible. We've got those coming up for you in just half an hour's time. Towards the end of the hour at 6:50, I've got these for you, turquoise rounds. These are gorgeous, beautiful turquoise rounds. Really sizable, 48.5 carats, 5mm rounds as well. It's the final 23 of these available, so make sure you are here at 10 to 7 because you'll be able to get your hands on these. Let's start with the pearls. Have a look at these. Love the irregular shapes that you've got with these. Really, really beautiful. Sometimes you do want that perfect round for a design, but not all of the time. Sometimes you do want that organic look. You want that irregular shape. Depends on the design that you're doing. But for example, if you're doing something like a fascinator, or you know, you're doing a hair comb or something like a hair vine, you're not necessarily going to want a huge 10mm round pearl. You might want something that is a little bit more organic, or if you're popping them into bouquets, bridal bouquets and things like that. For me personally, I do prefer the irregular shape in a pearl as opposed to the round, because you know you're getting the real thing then, don't you?
Yeah, you can tell it's genuine, it's real, and you get all them different lights reflecting off all them angles and the natural quality for
I
it.
love that. I just think it always makes me think of the beach, those organic shapes that you've got there. Really pretty. The iridescence is incredible as well. As Katie said, because of the shapes that you've got here, you can see the light bouncing off them at different angles, giving you that fabulous iridescence. You've got pinks in there, beautiful greens, golden hues going on in there as well. The final 18 chances. Now, it might be that you've not yet popped anything in your basket today. Maybe you've popped in and popped out. Maybe you've gone outside to try and sunbathe, can't do it because it's too hot. Come back in, watch a bit more of JewelleryMaker, but not yet opened up your order, not yet opened up your basket. Do it now, because we've got so many treats for you this afternoon, this evening even. I should probably say this afternoon, all night. 7mm to 8x11mm in size. DP40 is your code for these. £8.95 for you. I'm going to hold them up. Have a look at these. What would you do with them, Katie? Would you just restrand, you think? Or?
They would be lovely restranded for maybe a beach holiday or something like that. I'd love them with the turquoise, pearls and turquoise, gorgeous together.
Gorgeous combination.
But I mean, just using singularly in a ring, beautiful rings, really nice, delicate rings on your hair combs, like you said. Your tiara twists, beautiful in a tiara, you know, twisted maybe with some Swarovski as well.
Yeah, it's a really versatile strand actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because of the shape that you've got with these. Last 8 chances, we've got multi-buyers on these, so well done. And there's nothing to stop you multi-buying. If you want to come in and you want to get 2, you want to get 3, you want to get 4, you want to take everything that we have, you are more than welcome to do so. 1 postage and packaging in any one day. So that's midnight last night through until midnight tonight. Just £3.95. Today, I picked up another parcel. I've got a hammer in there and the sandbag, which are quite heavy actually. If you took those down to the post office, you would just be paying £3.95, I tell you. DP40, well done if you managed to get those. Righty-ho. Oh. I'm a nightmare for putting these things back in the wrong places, so sorry in advance. Have a look at these. In fact, these would look gorgeous. Radiant pearls coming up for you a little bit later on. Have a look at those. Oh my gosh. How beautiful. They're massive actually. Rainbow tourmaline. Your multicolored tourmaline you've got here. Now this is a gemstone that is far, far rarer than most people realise. It's incredibly collectible and one of the most pleiochroic gemstones on the planet, which basically means that as light hits it at different angles, you'll see different colours coming through from the gemstone. So it might be that with one of the green tourmalines here, you might see your kind of deep, rich forest green hues, and then at another angle you might see flashes of lime green coming through. With your pinks, for example, sometimes you might see those magenta hues coming through, other times you might see the cherry blossoms within that gemstone. All depends on the lighting conditions and the angle in which the light hits the gemstone. You've got so many hues in this strand. Thinking ahead, says Director Adam, October's birthstone. Absolutely. If you're doing any of your birthstone pieces, you will need to have this one because it is the birthstone for October. So do get it into your stash. And it's, you see, with birthstones, I think, you know, we're looking at some of the most precious. When you look down the list of your birthstones, you know, tourmaline, it's not, you know, it's not just your quartz, not that it should be just your quartz, but do you know what I mean? You've got something really, really special. It's like having one of your big 5 because it's so rare and so collectible. 17 chance, never. Going under £10. Oh. If this is what happens on the Late Show on a Sunday night, then you won't see me again because I'll be watching and buying. £9.95 for 40 carats. That for me, excuse me, is an open your order price tag now. If you haven't done it, you've got to do it now. You'll be very, very lucky if you manage to get this into stash. Jane is multi-buying again. I would get, do you know, genuinely, honestly, if I was at home right now watching, I'd get 5 of these. Yeah. That price tag, this should be actually, I was going to say £30, Strand. I don't even think it should be 30. I think it should be more like 50. Look at the size of the gemstones. Look at the quality and look at the colours that you have. You know, we're not just talking your pink. We're not just talking your green. We're not just talking the yellows there. You've got an array of colours to work with. A really rare gemstone and a significant carat weight of 40 carats as well. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24... 26 individual gemstones. Now, Katie, I reckon my money's on the tassels, because
Yeah.
if I just put those onto shepherd's hooks,
Yeah, I spied those.
I could get my money back.
Easily.
Easily, couldn't you? I mean,
Yeah,
look at them, they're fab
for me,
tassels.
if you ever see a strand that's got these rainbow tassels, buy it, because it's going to be a fantastic strand, and you can use those tassels as well.
And how on trend are rainbows and unicorns and everything at the moment
and
as well.
tassels,
So if ever there were tassels that were, you know, meant to be current and on trend, it's the rainbow ones. That's amazing, that price tag. Have a look at these. Now these, I always talk about a particular jewellery designer when I see these, because there is a jewellery designer that goes by the name of this very flower. And if you have a look on their website, they will have components just like this with Eslon for around £70, £80. No! You don't have to use Eslon if you don't want to with these. You don't even have to use them in a bracelet. They're connectors, so you can connect them to absolutely anything that you want to. So it could be a pair of earrings with these if you wanted just to add a shepherd's hook on and your gemstones on the bottom. It could be in a bracelet if you wanted it to. You could connect all of those together if you wanted to, either rosary linking them or perhaps just using your smaller 5mm jump rings there as well. Excuse me. And then maybe added some 925 sterling silver chain. In fact, I'm thinking pretty much any medium here at JewelleryMaker. So if you wanted to take your seed beads, you know, and make a section of seed beads on there, if it's macrame, chainmail, kimihimo, you can put anything in there.
I was watching the tennis yesterday, and there was a lady, and she was sat watching the tennis, and she kind of had a wrist like this, and she had those type of Eslon bracelets with the little connectors. She had loads, and it looked so expensive. It looks lovely, doesn't it?
It does look very, very high end. Now these are 925 sterling silver. So remember, you know, even if you are just using Eslon, you're actually adding value because you're using a precious metal there. Now you will get all three pieces in your two-tone daisy connectors. If you feel three isn't enough, then multi-buy and get a couple of these. Now remember that flowers will never ever date, will they? So you know, you can always use them in your jewellery designs, whatever time of year it is, whatever season it is, they're just perfect. VTRF 62, you could go for a whole suite, couldn't you? You could have the earrings and then you could have the pendant if you wanted to as well. Multi-buy, have the bracelet, have the anklet as well. Anklet's very on trend this season. £9.95 for you. £9.95 for three individual pieces. 0800 644 655 is your number to get involved on this evening. Free telephone number, so it will not cost you a single penny to get involved. And of course, if you join it on the web, that is free also as well. So great way to shop with us here at JewelleryMaker. 30-day money back guarantee as well. I know. I know. Oh, thank you. Have a look at this strand. Garnet. What does garnet make you think of, Katie?
It makes me. I've got a lot of birthdays, so it makes me think of some, you know, really special people. But for me, it's that. If you say to somebody, name a birthday, and for me, they're going to mention garnet first because it's the first one of the year. Everybody recognises it, and it's beautiful, and it's got such history behind it too.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? I was saying last week actually that garnet is creeping up my list of favourites. I think it's quite often forgotten, garnet is, you know, because it's a popular gemstone, it's well known, but I think it's one of those forgotten ones. We tend to think of, you know, more of your perhaps collector's gemstones like the tourmaline that we've just had, for example. It is incredibly beautiful, and that richness of colour that you have there is completely natural. Now, if your budget today is £5, you'll be able to come and get this. £4.95 for you this afternoon. £4.95, that's amazing. There is not much you can get for £5 these days, let me tell you. How many of us go to the supermarket to buy milk and come out and have spent £20?
I went in to buy a fizzy drink today and I spent 13.
You see, we all do it, don't we? Oh, that's an offer. Oh, that's an offer. Oh, I'll just have some chocolate to keep me going. £4.95, they were the last 11 though. Even though it's a low quantity, and it is really low, don't think that you can't do it. Please don't think that you can't do it. You've got time to dial. A lot of people here at JewelleryMaker do sit with things in their basket for quite some time, so you could just pip them to the post if you're really quick. You've got 40 carats, and that's a 30cm strand. That will go a long way. It really will. Imagine using these as spacers in with your strand of pearls. Imagine how elegant and regal and Christmassy that would look with gold as well.
Yeah, and that size of gemstone is perfect for channel setting. Even while you're working your channel setting is perfect.
See, I'd have to use my 925 sterling silver. Imagine the prices that you could pop on a design like that as well. No one would ever even imagine you'd only paid £4.95 for the strand. Last 4 chances, OARU 50, Hayston, Kent, Muriel and Clacton, Manshire's got 2. And in Great Manchester's there, congratulations to you. Lots of these in baskets. Check out. If you don't check out, you will miss out on this deal. There will be lots of people joining us over the course of the evening. Lots of people go back to the web and check on the auctions that have already been on air. This is not going to stick around. It's £4.95. You still get a 30-day money back guarantee. Even when we're bringing you clearance prices, none of this, oh, sorry, no, it's exchange or credit note only. We don't do that. No. Still have your money back. No quibbling, Adam. No one likes to quibble, especially in this heat. I just can't be bothered. Just can't be bothered. Have a look at this. This is gorgeous. Plain wheels are these. Don't very often get this shape with Peridot. Look at that for colour. That is neon, isn't it? Absolutely neon. It is hard to imagine, I think, that this is a completely natural gemstone. And it did take me years and years and years to accept it, really, because when I started working in the gem industry 13 years ago next month, oh my gosh, I really thought this gemstone was treated and assumed it was for a very long time. And then when I was told it was natural, I still didn't believe it. I was like, no, that you watch, there'll come a time we'll find out it was treated. How can a gemstone with this much vibrancy of colour and spectacular clarity be completely natural? This is the work of Mother Nature. It's absolutely incredible. And it's the only gemstone other than a diamond to be formed in the mantle of the earth. So all gemstones are formed in the crest, apart from diamonds and peridot. And actually this is next month's birthstone. So if you've got any birthdays coming up in the month of August, along with your spinel, it's the perfect gemstone. You've got to have it on your crystal if you're doing birthstone pieces. The clarity on these is exceptional. We do bring you bead quality a lot of the time here at JewelleryMaker. Difference between bead quality and gemstone quality boils down to the clarity in a gemstone. So normally, you know, we might have, let's say, an aquamarine that is not necessarily transparent, but still has amazing colour, and it will be opaque. This, however, is not bead quality. This is gemstone quality for me. It's as good as it gets, I think.
It is. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? It looked beautiful with the garnet that we just had as well. For me, that's Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Red and green. Gorgeous. And again, it would look great with the pearls. Wheels, very much like your rondelles. You've got a flat side to the gemstone, so you can pop them in between gemstones, and they work really well. Peridot and pearls are stunning together. They really are. And at just £7.95 this evening, I would be adding this to your order. Remember, you've only got 1p piece, so you can just keep adding all day long until midnight this evening. Goodness me. GHYY10 is your code for that one. 2x1 to 4x2 millimetres in size. I think, has every auction gone under £10 so far? Yeah, everything under £10 so far. You never know what's going to happen here at JewelleryMaker. This is why you can never switch off. Righty-ho. Have a look. Oh, look at these. Very pretty. These are fab. You know the lockets that we do, so the sterling silver lockets. I love just to pop these in there, just some loose gemstones. You've got a little bit of luster in there, a little bit of movement. 1.4 carats of your blue sapphire you've got here, microfaceted rondelles, not on the strand, but loose for you to use however you wish to do so. So they're 2x1 mil. You do have a drill hole on there as well. I'll just turn these around so I can show you the size of the drill hole, because actually it's really surprising when you get a microfaceted strand, and with certain gemstones, we all automatically assume that the drill hole will be teeny tiny. And it really surprises all of us, I think, at how really substantial it is. You know, you could pass a thread through there a couple of times if you needed to, and get your thinner gauges of wire. You could probably get 0.63 then, no problem at all. So perhaps if you are a wire worker and you've got some filigree work and you want to embellish it in some way, you could do that perfectly with this size gemstone. If you're a seed beader and you want to incorporate genuine gemstones into your designs, this is a great way of doing that as well. They are stunning. You've got so much luster there. So you're going to get 20 individual pieces, 1.4 carats in total of your blue sapphire that you've got there. Whoops! Found it. It's fine. £4.95. I think, Kate, because this is blue sapphire, maybe just add in even just one of those into a bridal piece.
Yes.
That's just something blue.
Yeah.
And actually, because they are, they're more dainty, you know, it's going to be easy to get that into your designs. Whereas sometimes it's difficult. You don't want that blue.
Yeah, some brides don't want they want the blue, but they don't want it to show. So that would work in beautifully, wouldn't it?
Would work perfectly. And what a great price tag. That sapphire, £4. Do you know what? £4.95. You could say to your bride, I've got these beautiful blue sapphires here. How about I just pop in one of these into your design for an extra £10? £10 for a sapphire,
Well,
I'd do that.
We'll be making some tassel earrings later, just those at the end of your tassel earrings. Can you imagine?
Oh, they would look gorgeous. Those tassel earrings are gorgeous. Coming up for you in the next hour, or the second kit, those ones.
I think they're first.
First kit, yeah. So that'll be 7 o'clock. I was going to say 8 o'clock then. Bear with me. £4.95. POJN94 is your code for these. This is genuine blue sapphire. You're looking at one of the most precious gemstones on the planet at £4.95. Well done. Righty-ho. I know, I don't know why I did that. I was like setting myself a little challenge. Director Adam says I love my side, doing it one at a time. Right. Ooh. Look at this, 1 metre long length. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Again, if you're a seed beader, this is perfect. And actually, the colour that you've got in the kit.
Yeah, the kit colours are absolutely amazing.
You've got the gold in there, some AB coated ones in there as well, the blues in there. Be a perfect addition to the kit, wouldn't it? That kit's coming up for you very, very shortly. This is 1 metre long length. Now, I don't know how, like, my memory is terrible, like shockingly, shockingly terrible. If somebody asks me what I had for lunch today, I am going to actually have to really, really think about it because I can't remember. I don't know. Ploughman's. That was just today. A few minutes. For some reason, I can remember how many gemstones are in this strand. Approximately 468. I know. Wow. Katie nearly fell off a chair then. Our eyes popped out of her head. What on earth? I know. I don't know how I remember. But I always have for this particular strand. There you go. Approximately 468 gemstones on this strand. Now, I love that look, how it is there, Katie. Just kind of twisted together, layered up. It looks really, really pretty, I think, like that. I do love the layered up look, as you all know, but it is very, very on trend. I know, but you didn't know that, did you? It is very, see, this is new for Becky. See, it's always worth mentioning it. Look at that, twisted. That design looks really, really pretty, doesn't it? Perfect for a night out with the girls, that. 30 carats in total. So to layer it up, you could either do that individually, individual strands, or you could twist that. If you were to use like your finer gauge of wire, it would hold that structure a bit as well, wouldn't it? If you wanted to twist that off. And perhaps the cord ends that we've got coming up for you would be perfect for something like this.
Or you could make an amazing tassel with those cord ends.
Tassels, they are so on trend. And again, this is perfect for that. Gents pieces as well, you know, I think these would be great in gents designs because you've got something that isn't faceted. You haven't necessarily got the sparkle, if you like, but you've got that classic colour that everybody loves. And I think pretty much everybody has denim in their wardrobe, don't they? If you've got denim jeans, denim jacket, skirt, shirt, whatever it is, these will look fab, won't they? 30 carats in total, and that is 1 metre long length, £14.95. I think you'll struggle to get through that strand. You will be there till Christmas. What do you think you'd do? Would you make tassels, Katie, with this?
I'd probably go with tassels, but if I wanted to use literally all of them, I would go for bead looming and make myself a really nice wide cuff bead looming, because they're, and you know, for those that like the seed beads but want the gemstones, that would work perfectly.
That would look lovely as well, wouldn't it? Great with your whites, so like your howlite or your magnesite as well, looks great with. But then again, it's blue, you can put it with pretty much anything and everything because they're 2 mil. You could use them as spacers as well. So, you know, perhaps instead of your knots in between your pearls, maybe having those gorgeous blue lapis in there as well. What a great colour and a silly price, says Liz in Kent. And Liz in Kent knows the prices. She's a regular here at JewelleryMaker. I know that's a metre long, 468 gemstones.
It's between that and 500.
I'm just trying to do the maths on how much it would be.
2 millimetres times...
Per gemstone.
Yeah, times 5, and then times that by 100.
You've lost me, Michael. I have no idea what you're talking about.
500.
0800 644 655, 468 gemstones approximately. I mean, it's just pennies, isn't it? Pennies. Gorgeous. Have a look at these. Oh, I love these. They are chunky monkeys. What's your favourite gemstone, Kate? Have you got a favourite?
Labradorite.
Is it?
Yeah.
I love that.
I do love pearls.
It is one of those, pearls are always, I think for a lot of us it changes.
Yeah.
On a daily basis.
It
depends on your mood as well, doesn't it? You know, there's a lot of factors and we've got so much to choose from. And I do love these for size and for shape, for rings. They are perfect.
They've got a flat bottom.
Exactly. We can all live in hope. Flat bottom on these. It just means that they're going to sit against the finger or the wrist, however you're wearing them, really, really beautifully as well. So again, this is where having those different shapes and sizes matters, you know, it really, really does. 18 by 12 to 23 by 15 millimetres in size. They are huge, aren't they? And again, if you have a look at the iridescence, that is just stunning. Beautiful. I don't know. Oh, are they the flat ones? I mean, we have a lot of pearls, forgive me. Have a look at these. There we go. Only 12, it is the heat, totally blaming the heat. 18 by 12 to 23 by 15 millimetres in size. 38 centimetre strand. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So in actual fact, you could use these in the same way because they've still got a flat side to them.
Yep, definitely make beautiful rings. Beautiful, just knotted. I would just knot those.
Yeah, I tell you, I do love. I've got a strand very similar to this actually, but they're more of a peacock hue that I still haven't got round to knotting, but that is my plan for a wedding that I'm going to in August. It was for a wedding that I went to last week, but as I haven't got round to it. But yeah, I do love that organic look, as I said before. They're really, really beautiful. Just simply knotted. How stunning are they? And isn't it nice, I think, to have that knotted necklace that actually isn't round, that is something different as well. 0800 644 655. They're so sizable, you could use them individually if you wanted to. There was one actually, there it is, look at that. So you've got almost like a perfect drop there. So in a pendant, that would look really, really pretty. Just pop that onto a head pin. Gorgeous. Or if you can find one very similar in shape as well as that one, you could go for a couple of drops and have earrings, couldn't you? In fact, there's quite a few on this strand that are
quite a few that shape. They'd look
shape.
gorgeous. Just a head pin through, maybe one of those sapphires, straight onto your head, you know, onto your earring finding. Beautiful.
Just keep it, keep it simple. Sapphire and pearls. 0800 644 655, £19 and 95 pence for you this evening. A massive well done if you've managed to check these out already. If you haven't, remember you can still get involved. And even if you've just tuned in now thinking, oh, I've missed the first half an hour, get yourself along to the website, JewelleryMaker.com. If there's anything still available from the show so far, that is where you will find it. In fact, from the day so far, that is where you'll find it. And you can keep adding to your order. 0800 644 655. I'm thinking about those Lapis spacers again. Love blue and white. Classic, isn't it? Really regal. And nautical as well, which of course never dates. That's like round every year, isn't it? White linen trousers. Yes. 0800 644 655. Really, really pretty strand you've got. That looks like a tulip.
It does.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
That's really pretty. So maybe, again, these different shapes, you know, you can go through the strand, and if you're multi-buying, brilliant, go through the strand. You know, some of them may remind you of a particular flower, if you like. You know, some of them may be drop shaped, some of them may be more oval, if you like, so lend themselves to different types of designs. Always worth multi-buying if you can, especially with strands like this, because no two strands will be the same. And then you can pick your favourite ones, you know, and send the others back. It's absolutely fine. It is a no quibble money back guarantee. Don't even ask you, actually, why you've sent them back. We've talked about this before, how, you know, when you return something to a shop.
Yeah.
Can I ask why you've returned it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
As you're approaching the counter, you're kind of thinking, what am I going to say?
Like, why do I have to have a reason? But I always feel pressured to make something. Yeah, it doesn't fit. Yeah, it doesn't fit. Or yeah, it's the wrong colour. I don't know. Right, it's time for a star buy. Have a look at these, brand new for you this evening. These are fabulous. Do you know, I'm always the person that thinks, right, I don't know how to start that design. I could do them in the middle, and I don't know how to finish it either. That's me with everything, like every medium, everything. I just think, oh gosh, how do I start and how am I going to finish this? These will give you the most fantastic finish with seed bead designs, with kimihimo designs, anything where you're using cords. It's going to hide all of those messy bits that a lot of us panic about and think, oh my gosh, how can I hide that? How can I finish that off? How am I going to make it look professional? And you know, you go onto the high street and you look at jewellers and pieces of jewellery. Next time you do that, try and examine them a bit closer and see if you can work out where the glue is, because there's lots of it in lots of different pieces. You know, say for example, when you've just got a pearl on a bail, on a chain, well the pearl, the bail, the pin on the bail has been glued into that pearl. You don't think about this. We always, you know, kind of think, oh, I can't use glue, but you can. That's how the professionals do it. So, you know, if you've got some cord ends that you just want to tuck in there and hide away, you can pop them in, use your glue, 24 hours drying time. You've got a really, really professional finish then. 10mm in size. Of course, it doesn't have to be for cords and stuff like that. You know, if you've got your 8mm gemstones up to your 10mm gemstones, or even bigger actually, because there is room for manoeuvre with these. If you've got your nylon jewel pliers, which I would use with these, you can just ease those out a little bit, those petals, to maybe sit round a larger gemstone, or perhaps just squeeze them in a little as well. So there's a bit of malleability there with these as well, which is brilliant. But again, different designs, doing something different, thinking outside of the jewellery box. Perhaps if we open up those petals, pop a head pin in there, you have actually got flowers. You could put gemstones in the middle and create a little bouquet with these, couldn't you? Yeah. Really pretty. 6 pieces in total, QA GP39. They are brand new. You will be the first people to get your hands on these here at JewelleryMaker. £2.95 for 6 of them. That's brilliant, brilliant value. And again, you know, it doesn't just have to be jewellery making. You know, if you're thinking of making that bouquet, perhaps that could be a table decoration. It could go onto a candlestick holder. Candlestick? Is it called? Candle holder. Oh my gosh.
Even I can't think of the word for it either.
No, neither can anyone else. Everyone's got candlestick holder, candlestick. Is it a candlestick? Yeah. I'm thinking of the guy out of, oh gosh, this is going way off now. You know, you'll know, Becky, it's one of the Disney films with a candlestick.
Lumiere.
Beauty and the Beast, yeah. So I'm thinking of him now. That's crazy.
That's a candlestick, isn't it?
It is, yeah, candlestick.
Doesn't sound right though,
It doesn't, does it? £2.95. QA GP39. Loads and loads of you checking out for these and multi-buying as well. So a massive, massive well done. So let's move on to the silver-plated ones. Obviously, excuse me, we've all got preferences when it comes to colours, personal preferences, but then also sometimes it depends on the colour of the gemstone that you're using. Sometimes, you know, my go-to is silver, but then if I'm using lapis, it's got to be gold because obviously those pyrite inclusions. So it depends on the gemstone that you're using as well, the designs that you're creating. Always worth having the different colours in your stash where you can. Again, you're getting 6 pieces, and again, they are 10mm in size. I'm wondering, Katie, like, how far we could splay those out. because there's quite a lot of room in them.
Yeah, they are. Let's take one.
And you can see from the thickness as well that they would be very, very malleable.
I mean, it comes quite far down, doesn't it? Yeah, you'd be able to take that out quite far, maybe.
And I mean, you could cut that a bit more if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I think maybe I would probably multi-buy and just have a practice with one. Just take one and maybe cut those petals down a bit, maybe texture the petals on there a little bit, you know, just have a play with them and see what kind of different looks you can achieve with them and how far and how differently you can use them. Loads if you're coming in and multi-buying. £2.95 for you this afternoon, evening. 0800 644 655 IK GP 38. What is the cut-off point of afternoon when evening starts?
5. I'd say 5 o'clock.
Is it 5? See, I think it's 6.
No, I'd go 5.
Would you? I mean,
The lines are blurred between 5 and 6, aren't they?
If we have a little look on a search engine, because surely there's an official, if you're phoning into a call centre, our call centre would know. Like, when do I have to say, good evening, JewelleryMaker? You know, what is that time? Oh.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Right.
1-0 to Hannah. 0800 644 655. Okay, GP 30. Now we all know, you see, every day's a school day here at JewelleryMaker. I do like little facts like that, you know? Like, do flamingos fly? Can they fly? They can. Yeah, we did this the other day. See, I didn't think, when have you seen a flamingo fly? Like,
yeah, they're like
never. I've never seen them. They're like, Michael says. Yeah, but they can fly, yeah. Well done. If you've got any interesting facts that you'd like to share with us, please text in 60777, start message with the word James. We love talking about things like this here at JewelleryMaker. Love it. It's a scone for me. Oh, jam. Jam, because you can spread the jam nicely on the bottom and then you dollop the cream on.
I'm with you.
See, I think people that do it the other way around put a lot less cream on. Because you can't get as much cream on if you do it that way.
Dollop,
oh, yeah.
You know,
like
butter and jam. That's what I like.
Butter and jam. That's so 1920s, Mike. Antique bronze for you now. Have a look at these. These are pretty. In fact, Katie, I'm absolutely going mad. Tassels, of course.
Well, I've just looked at the tassel that I've made. This is my demo piece, and they fit.
Perfect.
Obviously, there's an extra bead on the top of there that I can't take off at the moment.
That is
so you would just pop glue in there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And actually, I really like that colour as well.
Yeah. So you could just make the depth of that little peyote bit a little bit narrower, so it just disappears inside it.
That is fab, isn't it? Isn't that again just tidies the end up, doesn't it? As we were saying, tassel earrings, tassels in general, very, very on trend.
And they all fit in
at the moment.
All the colours.
Have you tried them all?
Yeah.
Oh, these are 10 mil as well.
Yeah, they're all 10 mil.
It's a good job you're here, Katie. I don't know how this evening's going to go. So yeah, you can use them for your tassels as well. So making things like bag charms and purse charms, and you know, adding them to clothing and things like that. You know, there's so many things and so many different ways that you can use these. So these again are 10mm in size, but these are your antique bronze. Do you know what? I think these are my favourite so far. I like these ones. I think they've got, because antique bronze for me is really classy.
Yes, yeah,
I do
it's that
antique
vintage
bronze.
kind of look, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do like the other ones. I kind of want to start pulling them open
those
and
ones
seeing what
I think
else I
are
could do
more
with them.
versatile in that you can texture them and perhaps have a play with them and stuff. But I love the finish on these. I think it gives you a real high-end finish. £3.95 0800 644 655 WYGP 43 is your code. Well done if you've managed to check that. I've got loads of multi-buys on all of these pieces so far. I would as well, because you never know if they sell out, when we'll have them back. If we'll have them back, actually. I swear. Got any interesting facts, Michael? I can see your thinky face there.
I'll come back to you.
Have you got any, Katie?
No, not at the moment.
Gold colour. These ones are so the same as the antique bronze. But these, I love it when I come up with a really great subject. You know, no one's got any answers to.
So the parrotfish.
The parrotfish
regurgitates a sleeping bag and sleeps in it. So sharks can't feel the vibrations in the water at night.
Say that again. Which fish?
The parrotfish.
The parrotfish regurgitates
A sleeping bag.
a sleeping bag,
Yeah.
and then he sleeps in it at night, so the sharks can't feel the
So
vibrations.
if you
of the
night
fish.
dive and you actually pierce the bag, they get so paranoid. Usually on reefs, on coral reefs, you find them.
Coral reefs.
Yeah.
There you go. Every day's a school day.
There you go.
Golden colour brass tassel ends here. These ones, 10mm in size as well. Really, really lustrous. And do you know what? To be honest, with any of these colours, you could use them alongside any coloured thread, any coloured seed bead, any coloured gemstone, and they'll all work perfectly. 6 pieces again, 10mm in size. £3.95. SOGP70 is your code for this one. Get dialing in and get checking them out. They're brand new. See how you can be using them. Remember, you've got that 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you get them home and you actually use them on your jewellery pieces, and then you change your mind, you don't like them, just take them back off and you can send them back. So you can get them home and you can try them, can't you? Lorraine, Perth and Kim Ross, you're there. Linda, congratulations. Sandra's in, well done to you. Deborah, you've just joined me, congratulations. Melissa, you're on the phone lines as well, well done to you. Very, very busy this afternoon, this evening. Sorry. Righty-ho. Do you know why cows lie down in the rain?
Keep it dry.
When it's going to...
Is it?
No.
To keep each other dry. It's not a fact, that's a joke.
No, it's a joke.
Sorry.
Oh. I didn't realise it was joking then.
So I just thought, you know, I could play on that one. Have a look at these. These are lovely black freshwater culture pearls you've got here, 8x7mm in size. Now, I think pretty much every customer here at JewelleryMaker has got a strand of white pearls in some form, whether they be the baroque, the potato, the biwa pearls, perfect rounds, whatever they are. I think we've all got some of the white or the ivory coloured pearls. Just take one of these and put it in that strand of white pearls. It completely changes the look and it adds that feature in there as well and looks so classy. You know, if you want that deco look, if you want that vintage, that monochrome look, your black pearls and your white pearls together will look stunning. And let's be honest, again, black gemstones, white gemstones, clear gemstones, you cannot go wrong, can you? You know, they will work with any coloured finding, any coloured thread, any coloured gemstone, any coloured outfit even. 8x7mm in size, £9.95. I do believe it's 6:45 and we're still under £10. Nothing's gone over 10, has it? All right. Maybe I was asleep for that one. It's the heat. It's the heat. GXGP27. I tell you what, pretty much all of it's been under £10 so far. GXGP27. Now, if you were to knot these, if you were to knot them and maybe add a clasp in there as well, you might gain about another inch, inch and a half on your length on these. So, you know, always consider that when we're holding them up. I personally always hold them gemstone to gemstone at the back so you can see exactly how that strand will sit. But obviously you've got to take into consideration your knotting, whether you're adding gemstones, your clasp in there as well. £9.95 for you this evening. Well done if you've managed to get those. Right. Garnet. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, these are pretty. Look at these. Do you know, I don't know what it is, but when I talk to smaller gemstones, I always put the voice on that I do when I talk to babies.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what is that about. Yeah, look at you. They are so cute though. I love more delicate sized gemstones. They are my favourite. I'm very much less is more when it comes to jewellery and designs, and these would be perfect for a cheap, even just one of these, Katie. If you were to have a really short length, and obviously it would be very fine, 95 sterling silver chain, I'd just have one of those on a head pin.
Yeah.
Just in the nozzle of your neck. I think
or just one sort of make a little
pretty.
rosary link and just put it in between the chain. That looks gorgeous, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I love it. Because I think that when you have something that is less, if you like, in design, it makes people look more as well. People have to look more closely, you know, to see the bits and bobs and the goings on in that design. So it's well worth doing. You've got a lovely shape to these gemstones. graduated buttons, 3 to 5 millimeters in size. Garnet is a natural gemstone and it has the most sumptuous colour. It really does. Gorgeous aubergine hue you've got to this strand. Isn't that stunning? Another one under £10, £6.95 for you this evening. Well done if you've checked out. If you haven't yet, do it. That's £6.95. You've got so much gemstone here for your money as well. January's birthstone, of course. Great with your pearls, as we said earlier on, gives it a very, very regal feel. Great with Peridot. That strand of Peridot we had as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. Do you know what? We're approximately 38 halfway on the strand, so you're looking at 76 gemstones on that strand. How would you use these, Katie, in your designs, do you think?
I like this design to put onto hair combs, because they sit really beautifully on hair combs for weddings, and then pop them into sort of an updo or something like that. It looks absolutely gorgeous. That sparkle and that sort of juicy red tone.
I love the way that they've been faceted as well.
Yeah, I've been looking at all the facets. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Right on the edge of the gemstone. Very, very pretty. Does make for extra lustre when you've got that faceting in your gemstone. Delicate charms. They are perfect for really simple designs. Again, if you want that longer length in an earring drop, maybe it'd be fine chain, or just one of our longer head pins and one of those on the bottom. You're going to have such an elegant look. CY, are you 65? Well done if you have managed to get those. Definitely not going under £10. Limited, really, really limited. Now, just last week, I looked on our system for turquoise. Honestly, the pickings are so slim now, it's ridiculous. We literally have a few strands, that's it. There's really nothing of significance. This gemstone has risen massively in the last 6 months, I'd say. A lot of the reasons, well, there's a lot of reasons for that. The mines over in the US, a lot of those have now depleted. A lot of them are not commercially mining anymore, which pushes prices up straight away. As soon as we hear, we get wind of depletion, or mines just stopping mining, or anything like that, the prices will go up. Of course they will, because the gemstone is more limited. And that is the case particularly with the US of A turquoise. We know, of course, that the Sleeping Beauty mine hasn't been mining since 2012, I think it was. So, we're talking very limited supplies of this gemstone now. When we've been to gem fairs across the world, we've seen that rise in price. It's astronomical. I think other than Tanzanite, turquoise, morganite as well is one of them, but turquoise is definitely up there as being one of those gemstones that has risen much quicker than other coloured gemstones. Now, about 3 months ago, I'd say it was, I was researching turquoise, just having a little look online. And I knew it had gone up anyway because of all of the mines and all of the problems that we're having getting hold of this gemstone. So I knew prices had gone up anyway. But I was just trying to see what I could find, where I could find it, and the kind of prices that I could be paying for turquoise. And I came across a news article that had popped up on that day. And the headline was, "Turquoise will become as expensive as diamonds." Now, straight away, I did think, well, you can't really compare the two gemstones. I can't compare the two gemstones in any way, shape or form. You've got a coloured gemstone, you've got diamonds. You've got turquoise that is very, very limited. You've got diamonds that are very, very abundant. We're never going to run out of diamonds in our lifetime. So I'm like, we can't compare the two. Surely we can't compare the two. Whatever you make of that article, whatever you make of that rumour, just that rumour being in the press that very day, we watched turquoise prices go up throughout the day. We'd go onto one website and look at turquoise, see a price tag, we'd go back an hour or two later and the price had gone up. You'd go back later on in the day to the very same website and the price tag had gone up even further still. And we watched, as soon as I read the article in the morning, told everyone in the office, we all kept an eye on it throughout the day, management team kept an eye on it throughout the day. We saw prices go up throughout the day. As that news hit the gemstone industry, it pushed prices up again. And, you know, whether it be depletion, whether it be limited stock, whether it be rumours or fact or whatever, things like that push the prices up. Now, because of the situation and how limited this is, prices are not going to be coming down. They're not, especially for your US of A turquoise. And we know that most of the mines, many of the mines over there have given us the best we've ever seen, which is why we get a lot of our turquoise, the majority of our turquoise, from the US of A. Now, this is 48.5 carats. That is not a small carat weight by any means. It's absolutely huge. And how nice is it to get a 5mm round?
Yes. Yeah, perfect size.
Isn't that great? I mean, it's like we never have 5mm rounds. We either have the 4 or we have the 6, but we've got 5mm rounds in your turquoise. And that colour, that is textbook colour. That is exactly how you want your turquoise to be. Gorgeous blues, greens, teal hues. You know, you've got those textbook markings, that matrix within the gemstone that is so beautiful as well. I love, love, love this strand. And you've got so many gemstones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34 individual gemstones. Now, for me personally, I don't sell jewellery. If I did, I would be thinking, right, how can I maximise this strand? I'm definitely going to keep some for myself. So I think what I'd do is make earrings with the whole strand. Just go for earrings. 925 solid sterling silver without a doubt, because it's turquoise. I wouldn't expect anything less. And I think I would comfortably and happily sell those at £30 a pair.
Yeah, easily. Sterling silver, yeah.
Definitely. I really think that'd be a great price. And do you know what? If you have a look at turquoise elsewhere, turquoise jewellery, I mean, have a look at the prices and have a look at what you could be paying for something like this, something similar. So we've got 48.5 carats. What did I count? Was anyone listening? No. Right, I'll do it again. Do you see what I mean about my memory? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. So 48.5 carats divided by 34, we are talking an average carat weight of 1.24 carats. You're talking well over a carat per gemstone. Imagine having a carat of turquoise in a ring. A carat of turquoise. That's a lot of gemstone. A huge amount in a single gemstone. I need this strand. I'm going to have to get this.
It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? I'd set maybe 5 into it.
Yeah.
Channel set 5 into a Y-work bracelet. I mean, if you were to use sterling silver, you'd be way into 3
Oh
figures.
yeah,
Anyway.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that is top quality turquoise that you have there, and textbook colour. 48.5 carats. We've got 12 chances left. Remember, they're last of stock. If we ever manage to get anything else, we won't be looking at prices. Like, we can't get the same prices that we got years ago. We can't do it. It's impossible. We will have to reflect that in our prices on screen. £39.95. Collect it in Hampshire and in Worcestershire, Beryl in South Yorkshire, and Neil in Norfolk has got 2. That's the way to do it. That is exactly the way to do it. It is, I don't want to say it's like Tanzanite. Again, it's really difficult to compare gemstones, but the situation, the mining situation, this is becoming really, really limited. This is not ever going to go down in price. Gemstones don't ever devalue. They don't go down in price. They're always going to go up. £39.95. Susan in Derbyshire has just checked out. Collect it in Hampshire's just checked out. Collect it in Greater London. You're there on the web. If you have it in your basket and you're just contemplating, maybe you're just thinking, I'm just not sure, you know, I wasn't going to spend £39.95 today. Use your 30-day money-back guarantee. Get it home and have a closer look at the strand, you know, have a closer look at those gemstones and the colours, perhaps multi-buy, compare the two strands. Obviously, you've got those slightly different hues in every single one. Liz in Kent, now that's just a naughty price. And one of my birthstones, well, there you go, Liz in Kent, perfect reason to come in. So turquoise always makes me think of summer. I think it does everyone. It makes you think of tropical climates and waters, but it's actually December's birthstone along with your Tanzanite as well. So it is, and again, something blue, beach bride.
Yeah. Oh, perfect, perfect.
Oh, it makes me want to get married again. 2 chances left, CR-NV17, to the same man, obviously, or Jason Statham. I'm not fussy. 0800 644 655, well done. If you have that in your basket, check out. I cannot guarantee that you're all going to do it. Imagine a bracelet, I mean, a full-on bracelet. 3 figures?
Yes, easily.
3 figures, easily. Amazing. Well done if you've managed to get that one. Woo! Oh my gosh, where's the hour gone? Who did that? Who moved that clock forwards? We've got loads still left on the web, actually, from the whole day so far. We've got loads coming up for you this evening as well. First kit, amazing, all about the tassels. They are everywhere at the moment. Have a look in your latest fashion stores, have a look online. You go onto websites like ASOS, Topshop, Miss Selfridge, any of those. It's all about tassels on bags, in earrings, on clothing. It's the festival look, isn't it? And of course it is festival season as well. So it's the perfect time to be coming in for this kit. It's amazing. Have a look at Katie's jewelry. Look at that. Do you know what? In fact, Claire McDonald said to me yesterday, she said, who have you got tomorrow? And I said, oh, Katie. She said, oh yes, I've seen her jewelry. It's amazing. You've got lots of tassels. It's amazing. Look at those colours as well. Like ametrini, I guess, with the amethyst and the yellows. Yeah, perfect. So they're coming up for you in the next hour in the kit. You're going to love it. And if you stay tuned, watch Katie's demonstration, you can get that kit home and be making the very same pieces. Do not go anywhere, and I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes' time. See you in a sec.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Good evening, welcome back to Jewellery Maker. If you have just tuned in, you have missed an hour of madness, let me tell you. It was crazy. Go onto the website, jewellerymaker.com, see if there's anything still available and add to your order. We had lots of brand new tassel end caps. They were pretty as well, really, really versatile. So get yourself along to the website. Kit time for you now. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. In fact, can we have a look at Katie's jewellery first? Because it's just so, so beautiful. I love the colours that you've got in the seed beads, and I love the pieces as well. I always, and it's really bad, but with kits I always try and pick a favourite kit. With guest designers jewellery, I always try and pick a favourite piece, but I can't pick a favourite piece with your pieces. Do you have a favourite?
I do like the bracelet because it does feel really nice on, but I really like the tassel because it's a really good heavy tassel the way that I've done it.
How long did that necklace take you? Because that to me looks like you didn't go out for a week. No,
I did those 4 pieces, and it took me about 3 days.
Goodness me, the work your guest designers put in is just unbelievable. It really, really is. Those earrings as well. As soon as I saw the earrings earlier on, it made me think of ametrine, obviously because you've got the yellow and you've got the purple in this kit as well. I mean, how many of us have got amethyst in our stash? Be great to add into your amethyst jewellery designs, wouldn't it? Really, really pretty. God, I love them, Katie. They're so
They feel so good as well.
It's very festival again, you know, it's festival season at the moment. You know, I can imagine wearing that bracelet to a festival. Yeah. Very nice, hey? This kit is fab. Seed beaders, you do need to come in and get these colours when you love them, because there's no guarantee that we will be able to bring them to you again. There's actually no guarantee that Miyuki will ever produce the same colour again as well. So it is always important that if you see a colour that you love, like the purple, look at that.
It's a great purple, is that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely fab, that colour. And the colour of this season is ultraviolet as well. So actually these very, very on trend at the moment. They are, I'm going to say wicked, because it's the late show. I know. So you are going to get your Miyuki bright purple seed beads. Now these are your size 11s, so we don't measure them in number as such, we measure them in weight, and also the number that you are getting indicates how many will make up an inch. So if I were to line 11 of these up, that would give me an inch. If, for example, size 15s, 15 of those in a row will give me an inch. So that's the size that indicates how many you will get in an inch, if you like. So the smaller the number, the bigger the bead, okay? So these are your size 11s, which I think are the most popular, aren't they, size 11?
You go-to size. You can do, like I've done this whole suite just from the size 11s. You can do everything with size 11s.
They're brilliant, aren't they? They really are fab. And actually, it's great. You know, it's not far off the size of a lot of our 2mm beads as well. So you can incorporate those in with the same designs. So you've got the purple size 11s there. You've got these ones.
Love those.
I love those. They're gorgeous, coated for you. They are your, just looking at my list, light violet luster seed beads. They are also your size 11s. Then you've got the beautiful golden ones here as well. They're stunning, aren't they? The light, I beg your pardon. Oh, hang on, let me just check my list out. Trouble is with our list, everything's written down twice, so it takes twice as long. What's that /L gold mean?
Silver lined.
Ah, there you go. See, normally it just says silver lined, but there you go. Silver lined gold 11Os you've got there, and you've got the transparent ones there that are coated for you as well. So they're your transparent light blue / gold luster beads, and they are your size 8s. So you've got a bigger bead there. So size 11s and size 8s. You've got thousands of them. I mean, did you have any left, Katie? Because yours are particularly bead heavy.
You see those there? No.
Oh my gosh, that is. Do you know what? I think that's the most beads I've ever seen used in one go. Because it's hard to get through them, isn't it?
That's the most I've used for a long time, yeah.
You know, it is very difficult to get through them all because you've got literally thousands and thousands of beads there. So they go such a long, long way. Now, when it comes to threading materials with seed beads, obviously with seed bead designs, you know, Katie's got designs there that are really bead heavy. You're never going to have anything that is massively weighty. You know, you can have things that have a bit of weight, but you're never going to have anything that is really, really weighty. However, it's not about the weight with Wildfire, with seed beads. It's about the security. It's about how long it has taken Katie to make these designs. So if, for example, Katie were using a thread that were not strong and the thread broke and those seed beads bounced across the floor in slow motion, it would be awful.
Yeah, and everything just unravels. It
would be the worst thing ever, wouldn't it? It really would. And this is why we use the Wildfire and the Fire line, because they are so, so strong. Now this one, this particular reel you have here is 50 yards, which is 45.8 metres. It's 0.5, so 0.15 in gauge as well that you've got there. And it's in your white. It is such a strong thread, isn't it? It's brilliant.
Fantastic, yeah, love it.
And it's either Wildfire or Fireline, always, always with our seed beaders. So you're going to get your Wildfire in there as well, in your white, and then you've got these Swarovskis. Look at these. 4 of these beauties. These are stunning. Sparkle. If you like sparkle and perfection. These are perfect. Absolutely perfect. You have your smoky mauve Rivoli sew-on stones here, 12 millimetres in size. Aren't they fab? Love the jewellery. See, because you've got that flat back as well.
Yeah.
They're going to work so fabulously.
You could use them as simply as just something like that, like we said earlier with the Eslon.
Yeah?
Yeah, or you can sew them into your shibori. They work beautifully just with any sort of seed bead project.
Look at that.
Gorgeous in a ring.
Look at that. Goodness me. Cocktail party indeed. Can I just point, I don't know if anyone else is thinking what I'm thinking. I just say on my screen, smoky mauve.
I think it's just light. You can see that sort of mauve tint to them.
I can actually, now I can at this angle. It's because it looks, at first I thought they were the clear ones, and obviously we're just looking at fire. But actually, no, I can see a little bit of the mauviness going on in there now. Do you know the trouble is with Swarovski? When you have colours that are subtle, it is hard to tell because they are so brilliant and so fiery and so lustrous. You can't quite see when you've got that much light going on. They're fantastic, aren't they? 4 of those in total as well. There's thousands of seed beads. Your 4 Swarovski Rivoli stones there, and you've got your Wildfire as well. You can get this kit home and you can work on this project. You can start to work on this project, and then if you think, do you know what, seed beads are not for me, even if you're halfway through a design and you change your mind, you can still send it back. It's a 30-day money back guarantee, however much or however less of this kit you've used. All that we ask is that you send the jewellery pieces back as well. Bearing in mind that if you have opened all of those tubes and you have made a piece of jewellery, we can't resell those seed beads, but we will still give you your money back. So we're giving you the option to try it before you commit, if you like. If you've never tried seed beading before, every single person here at JewelleryMaker has thought exactly the same thing. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. I don't have the patience. I can't do it. And then every single person has said, it's so therapeutic.
I started out, I was just solely wire work before.
Yeah?
And I gave this a go and love it.
It's
I
fab,
would say this
isn't
is
it?
probably my main medium now.
Your favourite as well, yeah. It is brilliant. I love the results that you can get, the different colours that you can use in your designs. £24.95. I mean, when you think, when you look at any of those pieces, you wouldn't let any one of them go, Katie, for £25. You just wouldn't.
No.
You know, there's so much time, as you say, gone into them as well. You have to take that into consideration when it comes to selling your jewellery, especially with seed beads. There's a lot of time in there. Imagine, like, you know, when you go to your ladies' fashion stores, the tassels, generally speaking, are cord, you know, or maybe chain, brass chain or something like that.
Plastic beads as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is quality that you're looking at here. You know,
You can feel the quality.
You can, and you really, really can. We were on about earlier actually when you said I feel the weight of the bracelet, and I did feel the weight of the bracelet. You can feel the quality in those beads as well. And anybody, if you've never done seed beading before, any seed beader will highly recommend Miyuki seed beads for you, because they are the cream of the crop. They're drilled so perfectly for you as well, so they're easy to work with. Again, you might look at them and think, oh, you know, they're small. It's something that's quite small to work with. Surprisingly large drill holes on them, you know, so they are easy. Give it a go. If you've not done it, give it a go. If you like your shibori as well, obviously seed beads work fantastically with shibori, don't they? We've seen some amazing designs with shibori. £24.95. 0800 644 655 YEXC30 is your code for this one. Well done if you've already checked that. You can keep coming in throughout the demonstration as well. I'll let you know if and when they have sold out. So what are you going to show us then, Katie?
We're going to do one of the tassel earrings.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to make the little part at the top first, that little bit of peyote. So it's just a really simple peyote tube. Okay, so we'll just go over some really basic peyote. So I would say if you want to make the tassel earrings, you really want to make them in one piece of thread, which is a lot of thread to deal with.
Right.
But it's very simple. You're really not going to get yourself into knots.
And is this for like all of your tassels or just your peyote section?
No, that's for the peyote and the tassels. It will do everything.
Okay.
So I've got a shorter length at the moment here.
Yeah.
But what you need is sort of two lengths like that. Yeah. And that will do. But don't worry, because you can double it over for most of it, so that it makes it feel a lot shorter. Okay. So you need a stop bead, which is just a bead that you've gone through a couple of times just to give you somewhere for your beads to stop so they won't fall off. And you don't need a very long tail because you're just going to tie it off at the end anyway. Okay. So we're going to add 6 of our size 8s. 6. So that's 6 on there. Okay. And let those drop down. And our basic peyote is pick one up, miss a bead, pick one up, miss a bead. Okay. So we're going to pick another 8 up. So holding it, if you just sort of bring your tail over, just so that it's got a little bit of security, just hold that underneath. So we're going to miss that first bead and come through the second. Okay, so coming through that second bead, just pop your thumb over it. Don't worry if it all loosens up for a minute, it's not a problem. Okay, and just let that one sit at the bottom there. Okay, and if you just give that bead a pull at the top, and bring it together at the bottom, just kind of encourage it to sit where you want it to sit, to behave. You'll get them 2 beads sat next to each other at the bottom there. Then we're going to pick up another 8, and then through, miss a bead, and through the next one. And pull that into place. So we've got 2 lots of beads sat next to each other. And then pick up again another 8, and through that last bead. Okay, so that's our first row done. Okay, we're just going to give that stop bead a little bit of a pull down, just bring it all into place. It's all behaving itself. So that's the hardest part of peyote, that first starting off piece. Okay, so then to carry on, all we do is pick up another 8, coming back down, we're going to go through the first sticky out bead, another 8 to the next sticky out bead. That's a technical term for seed beading, sticky out beads. And pick up another 8 and through the next one. Okay. And then I'm just going to do another row, and then I'm going to show you how you remember how you've counted rows. So just pulling that together a little bit tighter. So picking up another 8 through your next sticky out, another one through the next one, and another one and through the next one. Now never count a row when you've got your tail thread and your working thread at the same end.
Right.
Okay, so if we just work our way back down, just adding beads through them sticky out ones, back down to the bottom again. So now our threads are at opposite ends. I know if I count, there's 1, 2, 3 at the bottom, there'll be still 1, 2, 3 at the top, and I know I've got 3 rows.
Right.
Okay, so if you're ever following any sort of pattern and it says so many rows, just make sure your tails are at different ends, and then count 1 row, and the top should match, and you know that you've got everything right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just going to continue that until you have 6 for the earring. Find the right needle. There we go. So we've got 6, and our tails are exiting at either side. Okay, and then what we need to do is stitch this together, so we zip it together. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see with this colour bead, but you'll have your sticky out beads, and we're just going to go through, we're exiting at this side, so we're going to go through this sticky out bead, and through the next one. So working your way up and kind of zipping it together like the teeth of a zip would zip together. So it's just a really basic little peyote tube. So working that all the way to the end. Leave your stop bead on for now. So that's brought that all together. Just give that a little tug. So we've got a nice little tube there now. And then we're just going to bring it back down to the opposite side. So this time you could probably skip through a couple of beads at once, just following the bead path. Just making sure you're not crossing over your bead path, and then you don't see any thread. Okay, so we're exiting at the bottom. Okay, so now we can start adding our tassels. So that bit's totally done already. Now the best way I found to, I have to move these down so you can see the beads a little bit. Because we're adding quite a lot of beads, the best thing I found, rather than trying to count them, was kind of scoop them up. Okay, so let's hope this works. So you just keep going through your beads again and again and again.
Wow.
Okay, so you need quite a big pile of them.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for this size tassel, I did 20 of this colour. So I kind of counted them in 5. So that's one lot of 5, the next lot of 5, the next lot of 5. I've got 4 left on there, and then I can just add 1. It's a lot quicker than trying to count 20 beads. Yeah. And then do the same with the gold. So just collecting them all. This is quite fun if you're doing something that you want lots of colours. You just make a little pile of them.
That's just a really handy tip as well, isn't it?
Yeah, trying to count them all would just take far too long. And you always forget what you've counted as well. Well, I do anyway.
I do.
Yeah. Yes, I always got 19 the whole way through. Right, so we've got 40 beads on there, which was done really quickly rather than count them all. And then to end our tassel, we're going to add a size 8. And then another bead, you could choose any colour just as an accent bead, a size 11. Let those drop down. Okay, and then we're going to miss that accent bead and come through the size 8. And then we need to go through all of those beads. We need to make sure we don't miss any out too. So just holding them in place as much as you can. And you won't be able to do it all in one go.
Right.
Bring those up. Don't worry if you've got a big gap in the middle, it's not a problem. You can just pull your bead, pull that up, and it'll bring it together. And then work your way all the way up to the top. Coming all the way through the beads, and what you need to do is go through the size 8 beads that we started at as well. Okay, so bringing that all together. Give it a little bit of a tug. Make sure at this point that you've got no gaps in there or anything. Yeah. And then we're just going to go straight across and down through the next size 8. Okay? And then you're just going to continue going round all the way like so.
Okay.
And then you're going to do it again.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if you just do one on each one, you're only going to have 6 tassels. So, and the 12 tassels makes it feel much, much better. Okay, so that it's just easy as threading and going back up. Just miss the bead at the bottom.
Have you gone through? So have you essentially got 2 tassels on one bead?
Yeah, I'll show you on this one.
Okay.
Okay. So if you look on here, I'll try and get, so that's coming out of one bead. So we've got a size 8 there, and there's 2 tassels coming out of each one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, great.
Perfect.
And then all we're going to do is work our way back up to the top exactly as we just did before. Okay, and then just to add our little connection so we can add our earring a hook. I used the gold and we added 2 of your size 11s, thinking to go across, and then another one, so that's 3, that's going to be my crossover bead.
Yeah.
And then for my loop, I added 6. So that's how I kind of think of it, sort of as you're working out how many you're going to need. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I've added all those on, and then I'm going to come back through that 3rd bead, because that was my crossover bead, so I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3. So through that little size 11, 1, 2, 3, through there, and that's going to create me a little loop. Just pull that down. Get rid of that tail out of there. Okay, so I've got a little loop on one side, and then I'm going to add on my next 2, and then whichever size I came out of, the opposite one I'm going to come down into. Okay. So now we've got a little connection at either side and a little loop at the top.
Yeah.
And then all I did was just go back through that whole section again. So just worked my way around, going up and down until I got to the opposite side. You can take off this bead now. So coming down there. And back up through, and then I can go through that whole little section again that we just added. Through there, around that loop again, just to add extra security, because that's the only real part that it's going to get any wear on. That's where your hook is going to be for your earring finding. So working my way back, following that path and going down the opposite side again, through that last bead, through the size 8, and then work my way back towards where that tail was. And then I can just tie a really simple knot off and then just work my ends in. So just a really simple overhand knot. I know some people don't like knots, which is absolutely fine. You can just work it into your design, just work your threads in, it's absolutely fine, but I just find it easier to tie a knot.
I like a knot security. I would just panic if I didn't knot it.
Yeah, I like to know there's a knot in there somewhere. So yeah, and then all I would do is just work my thread just in there, just a little bit, and snip it off.
Wow, that's actually a lot quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I mean, to adding these take, I mean, it probably take about 20 minutes.
Yeah, but they're still that's a lot less than I thought, and I think with your, your tip of scooping them all up as opposed to threading each individual bead on there, makes it so much quicker, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love that, and I love the colours in this kit as well. It is such incredible value. There's quite a lot of these in baskets right now. You will need to check out as soon as you possibly can. £24.95, alongside all your amethyst gemstones, your citrine, your ametrine, if you've got any as well. They'll look just perfect, won't they? So do make sure that you're checking out as soon as you possibly can. Amazing. Right, Tanzanite nuggets. Have a look at these. Oh, look at that colour. Look at that colour. So striking. Do you know, even kind of back in the day when I would be bringing you jewellery pieces, I would be bringing you AAA graded Tanzanite, quad A graded Tanzanite, in rings or in pendants, I would still always say that the AA grade was my favourite. The AA grade, where you're getting those gorgeous cornflower blues, and there's so many in this particular strand. That is stunning. Never. I can remember when we had nugget strands, when we started doing nugget strands of Tanzanite, they were £20, £19.95. Yep. Not anymore. How does that work? Because I always sit here and say that gemstones never go down in price. Yeah. Generally in the industry, I mean, what we do here at JewelleryMaker is completely different. £9.95. £9.95. I would just simply have that as an overhead necklace, especially with this weather and your maxi dresses. Be perfect, wouldn't it? Over the head necklace. Now, I've said this before, that none of our strands are, none of our strands are stranded for wear. It is always recommended that you restrand. However, I have been known with a couple of the nugget strands to just pop them over my head and tie a knot in them, or just wear them like that. They look really, really pretty. £9.95. 120 carats of one of your big 5. Now, the nugget strands, I think, are a great opportunity to be able to get such a massive carat weight of such a precious gemstone into your stash. I mean, imagine going into a jeweller's and asking for 120 carats of Tanzanite. I think they would laugh you out the shop for starters. What's your budget? £10. Imagine, I'm not like you. I don't know what planet you're on, but it's not this one. LA-RU56 Tree of Life designs, memory wire bracelets. Your nuggets are great for as well. What do you use your chips and nuggets for, Katie?
Tree of Life mainly, yeah. Perfect. But I love them sort of if you've got the more organic kind of pearls, like are they BY? Those ones. They look gorgeous in between those.
Look at that.
Just really simply stranded. Just one in between. Yeah.
Love those. BY pearls for you now. I love these so much. This is like the ultimate beach strand for me. I mean, that restranded holiday piece of jewellery. They are gorgeous. Your BY pearls are stunning. You've got such a beautiful shape to these, and again, it makes it able to do lots of different designs with them, rings in particular. You've got that centre drill hole there, so just popping some wire or thread, you know, it could be elastic if you wanted to make an elasticated ring, you could do that as well. You can just pop it through the centre and that will sit perfectly on the finger. Again, because they're so large, you can use them individually or simply not. I love them knotted these strands. 8 by 14 millimetres to 10 by 25 millimetres in size. £29.95. We don't like that price. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 31. I'm going halfway. 62 gemstones. £21.95 for you this afternoon. 0800 644 655 ENDP 35.
Yeah.
I know. It's great, isn't it?
Love them.
I love them. They're beautiful. And again, if you're using those individually, imagine the money-making potential out of this strand. It doesn't have to be money-making potential. You might not sell jewellery, but what if you're gifting? How many gifts could you make? Your budget, £21.95 for how many people? A lot of people. ENDP 35. They look great in cuffs, these as well, don't they? I mean, look at that. Dreamy. You'd never part with that, would you? No. For around that price tag. You just wouldn't. And in fact, you could get 2, maybe 3 of those if you were generous. You could pop spacers in between if you wanted to. Or gemstones to add colour in there, you could do that as well. At £21.95 this evening. All you need to do is dial that number on the bottom of your screen, and it is a free telephone number as well. So well done if you've managed to get those iridescents from those. Gorgeous. Oh, holiday. Do you know what? I'm a little bit cold, Michael.
Nah.
We have the aircon on in the studio. It's not like it's 32 degrees and that's still not warm enough for me. Yeah. How are you doing, Katie?
I'm okay.
Are you all right? It's just starting to feel the chill a bit now. 82 carats. We did say make the most of it because before you know it, Hannah will be cold. 82 carats of Amazonite here. Oh, rounds, ovals. Wrong one. Here we go. Dreamy. It does make me think of faraway places. Like tropical places where the sea is so blue and the sand is so white. Look at these. Beautiful Peruvian Amazonite you've got here. 82 carats in total. It makes me think summer and beaches and holidays, but actually it has quite an icy feel as well.
Absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? Love that colour.
perfect shape for rings as well,
Yes.
actually. Aren't they? Either way, actually, you could set them horizontally or vertically into your designs. Now, you don't have to if you don't want to use the drill hole.
You could prong set them beautifully.
Yeah, I think they're the perfect size for rings, those are. And that's like, that would be my everyday ring as well. You know, I'd be happy to kind of wear that piece out every single day. They're 13 by 8 millimeters in size in your Amazonite. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 individual gemstones. Limited quantity now available. They are last of stock and they're just £16.95. Look great with your BWAR pearls, especially if you do want to go for that tropical holiday feel. £16.95. 0800 644 655. Valerie's got hers. Congratulations, Karina. You're there on the web as well. I've got a collector in Leicestershire. Well done to you. You're going to have those home in just a couple of days' time. Pretty. Right. Night out with the girls. LBD. Or what did we decide on for the gents, Adam? Do you remember? Yeah, it was CWS. Crisp white shirt. This is gorgeous. Look, that is literally all you would have to do. Look at that for a piece of jewellery.
That's stunning, isn't it?
Isn't it beautiful? I can remember the very first strand of coated gemstones that we had. Like, I think it was amethyst. And I remember thinking, why would we coat gemstones that have such amazing colour? And we do it. Well, you can see what we do it. You don't lose any of the colour, do you? You don't lose anything at all, but you gain so much from it as well. So with that diamond colour coating on your black spinel, you've got that black undertone, but you've got the sparkle of a diamond coming from the gemstone now because we've coated them. That for me is my ultimate going out piece of jewellery. They are stunning. Limited as well on this one. 42 chances is all we have. You could put just one of those in the centre of some pearls.
Absolutely amazing in the centre of some pearls,
That
wouldn't
looks
they?
so glamorous.
Or in a
wouldn't it?
sliding bracelet, just a little section, just maybe 5, 3, 5, or even a pearl with one in between.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
That would look gorgeous. And again, it's that colour that you can use with anything. So, you know, any gemstone strand in your stash, this will work with. Just popping spacer beads in between, whether it be the Stardust rondelles or whether it be a gold-plated 925 sterling silver bead that you're popping in there. For me, that's the strand that I'm going to make for my Friday night out. You know, that's my Friday night out, Saturday night out piece of jewellery. Steady on, Hannah. 2 nights in 1 week. Just Friday then. £12. I couldn't handle 2 nights in a row. £12 and 95 pence for you. That's 120 carats that you have there. That's amazing, amazing value. WORU 87. Again, next month's birthstone. Anybody with any birthdays coming up next month, make them a piece of jewellery. Make them a pair of earrings. There's plenty there to make yourself something as well. And all you're paying is just £12.95. Your P&P as well, just £3.95. That's under £20 to get this delivered to your door. And you can keep adding to that order as well, as many times as you like. In any one day, midnight to midnight, 1 P&P of just £3.95. Well done if you got that one. Okie dokies. Lavender shell pearl. Oh, mother of the bride.
I think that's my favourite shell pearl colour.
Oh, it's
I love it.
gorgeous, isn't it? I think a lot of us have this as our preference. It's so sophisticated, isn't it? You know, it really, that's for me, is like the ultimate sophistication. That colour is beautiful. It's feminine without being too girly as well when you've got that lavender hue. The shine and the finish that you get with your shells is just perfect, you know. Maybe you are that person that likes perfection, so it might be that you don't like the irregular shapes in the pearls. You've got to have everything symmetrical, everything's got to be perfect. Guest designer Mark Smith, for example, he's very much perfection, he's very much symmetry with everything. These, perfect for perfection. 12 millimeters in size, and that under £10 button is just sticking. £9.95. They're 12 millimeters. This is nearly everything under £10 show. 12 millimeters in size. That's going to be a great statement piece of jewellery. But do you know what? They're so sizable. Just one on a head pin would look amazing.
I'd be using one with the kit that we've just had with some of these seed beads, making some beautiful flower designs and using that as the centre. Because that drill hole so sort of significant that you can make many passes through that.
Yeah. Now look at the shine you've got from these as well. I always think that shells, well, I say about any gemstone with lustre. For me, lustre makes gemstones look more expensive. You know, with spinel and all that high shine, I just think, gosh, thousands of pounds. Thousands. £9.95. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 33 individual gemstones. BHGP 53 is your code for this one. Dial the number, quote your account number, your postcode or your name, and our customer service team will add it to your order for you. I love that. I thought my memory was bad, Becky. 2 mil Carnelian. What did I just say? Carnelian, 2 mil. Oh, look at these. I need these. I need them. It's microfaceted strand. I'm determined to have every microfaceted strand that we actually make.
I absolutely love those.
Oh, look at that colour.
Those with the lapis from earlier. They're amazing.
I don't have it anymore. Oh, we do.
Multi-strands. Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. Isn't that just stunning? Perfect again for the bracelets that are so on trend at the moment. As I said, I'm determined to have every microfaceted strand that we make here at JewelleryMaker. They're my favourite out of all of the strands that we have. If we had such thing as a microfaceted cupboard here at JewelleryMaker, I would be in it all of the time. I tell you. 8 carats in total. When you imagine, we do this with every single gemstone strand here at JewelleryMaker. We forget about all the processes involved, from the mining process, you know, the designers designing stuff, and you know, with things like our filigree components. We forget all of these processes before they actually come on your screen. You know, so we'll just look at the strand, we'll look at our graphics, and we'll wait for the price tag. But imagine how long it has taken somebody to facet every single one of these gemstones that well. And I mean, so good that not one single gemstone on the strand looks out of place at all. Look, oh, I'm getting these. I've got, in fact, tiger's eye. I've got some microfaceted tiger's eye. I think they look stunning with these, don't they? The orange, the mixture of the orange hues together. It is the closest, I think, that you're going to get to fire opal.
Yeah.
You know, fire opal is a very, very collectible, very rare gemstone. It will come with a much higher price tag, but your Carnelian has very, very similar hues to that of your fire opal as well. Oh, I have to get. How would you use this, Kate, in your designs?
I would be very tempted just to make 2 simple, really simple bracelets like that. But I would wire work them into some earrings. Yeah. Like some really gorgeous.
Gold.
Maybe with the turquoise. Gold wire, turquoise, and those. Very Tibetan.
Definitely. That looks lovely. I mean, that is like, again, I want to say holiday piece of jewellery. Those colours. Beautiful. 8 carats you've got there in your 2 millimetre gemstones. We did once measure out the 2 millimetre gemstones to try and convert it into seed bead size. I think we said if they were a size 12, that's what it would be.
Yeah, it's kind of like in between, isn't it?
It's there or thereabouts anyway. So in with your seed bead designs, and I'm just going to put one of these gold components next to it, because gold, it's got to be. You know, I love my silver, but with a colour like this, it has to be gold. That warmth that you've got there. Oh, put me down for 2. QA. RU96. That's a 30 centimetre strand that you have there. There are, I'll just count out 20, see if we can work it out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Oh, I tell you what, Adam, I reckon you might be right. Director Adam just said 150. He's just done the maths, hasn't he? Why didn't I think of that? QA RU96 is your code for that one. You know the little, and again, sticking with the theme of less is more, we had some gorgeous golds, gold-plated 925 stones, so angel wings.
Oh, yeah.
Or feathers.
Yeah.
QA RU96 is your code for this one, £6.95. Becky, would you mind writing the code down? Would you write the code down for me? That'd be great. I'm terrible,
Gorgeous
Katie.
beady bead. Imagine a gorgeous little beady bead with those. Just on really simple on a gold chain.
Oh, I want to wear it now.
Yeah.
Like, this is my trouble. I'm so impatient. I can't wait.
I know.
I can't wait for
I
it.
hate waiting.
Yikes. It'd be worth it though, won't it?
Love
Worth
them
it.
tassels as well.
I know, you see. Do you know, isn't it great that tassels have now become massive? Because
Yeah.
we've just literally got them on all of our strands, you know? Fantastic. I know, how about that? Right. Oh. It was like Pretty Woman, wasn't it? You know that scene? Yeah. It's time for a stop. These are so special. They are like so, you know, like that one piece of jewellery that you've always dreamed to own, that piece of jewellery that you hide under your mattress, that piece of jewellery that you only wear for the absolute most special occasions, you know, it's that for me is this. It's like the cream of the crop. It's the one thing that I think most of us have always desired to own. And it could be you. These are just amazing. Radiant collection pearls. And you know what? The word radiant hits the nail on the head with these pearls. They are exquisite. They are from one of our most exclusive range of pearls here at JewelleryMaker. These are for those of you that love your pearls so much. You're not necessarily coming in to buy and sell, but you want that piece of jewellery that you can pass down through generations in your family. You want something that is so special. You want something that isn't your average, if you like. These are just that. You're looking at the most exclusive range of pearls we bring you here at JewelleryMaker. Each and every single pearl has been hand-picked for this strand. So, you know, let's just say we were looking at, you know, 7 to 8mm pearls in a different strand here at JewelleryMaker. So what we would do is we would have a parcel of those pearls, and then they would just be randomly stranded for you. These are not. Every single pearl is examined at close up, personally, you know, by our cutters in the cutting house. They will examine them to strand them for you. Now, imagine again, we talk about processes, and when I try and get this, work it out in my own head, I just cannot believe the time that's gone into this strand. There's no fasting, so when I say cutting house, obviously it's not fasted, it's not cut, but it's got to be stranded, you know? It's got to be put onto the strand for us. So each one of these pearls, so we'll have bought the parcel, and then they will go to like a QC, if you like, our quality control, and somebody will sit there with the entire parcel and take each one of these pearls and look at them under a jeweller's loop. Each one will be measured with a caliper for you to make sure that we have that consistency in size, and it's got to be right, it's got to be exact. We will look at them under a jeweller's loop, and we will hand select every single one for the strand for you. They are the most perfect pearls that we have here at JewelleryMaker. In terms of luxury, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the ultimate glamour for me. This is the kind of strand that you would see around the neckline of your rich and famous, your Hollywood A-listers. The Queen, you know, she is somebody that wears pearls every single day of the week. And, you know, there's me saying, well, I would save them for a special occasion. I would keep them in that box, you know, I would keep them under my mattress. If you want to wear them every day, go for it. Because once they're yours, you can. And if you want to show those pearls off every single day, you can. This is an exquisite strand that you have there of perfect 7mm rounds. Now, when a mollusk produces a pearl, So with these, they're cultured pearls, so many of you will know already that as opposed to your natural pearl that grows in the ocean, these are pearls that are farmed, if you like, grown in controlled environments. We are hoping that that mollusk will produce something that is sizable, for one. You know, we're really hoping that that pearl will grow to a significant size. We're hoping that that pearl will be perfectly spherical. We're hoping that that pearl will have amazing luster. We're hoping that that pearl will have iridescence, and we're hoping that that pearl will have a beautiful orient to the gemstone as well. Now, these are 5 things that matter a lot because they are 5 things that are taken into consideration when it comes to valuing pearls. Obviously, there's lots of pearls out there. You know, there's thousands and thousands, millions of pearls out there. And different locations, different types of pearls, depends on the value of your pearls. So obviously, you know, like your South Sea pearls, your Tahitian pearls, those are the pearls that grow in the ocean that will be at a significantly higher price, if you like. We hope that that mollusk produces 1 pearl and we can tick all 5 boxes. And that may be 1 mollusk in every 100. It may be 1 mollusk in every 500. You know, this isn't every mollusk we're returning that we're finding this perfect pearl. Imagine trying to find an average of 40, which is our average pearl strand here at JewelleryMaker, 40 times over. We've got to find that 40 times over to give you that perfect strand. You know, that's where the rarity of pearls really comes into its own, you know, because we don't think pearls are rare necessarily, because we see them all the time here at JewelleryMaker. You know, we buy them in bulk. Freshwater cultured pearls are produced en masse, so they are not particularly rare. But when you break it down to how important the growth of that pearl is and how much can go wrong in the growing process that doesn't, you know, we're looking at something that is really rare. If we can tick 5 boxes every time, we have struck gold. And you know what? If they've got great colour and great lustre and we haven't got to treat them, that pushes the price up. These are natural, perfect 7mm rounds. There's no treatment being given to them whatsoever. They will come in your presentation box as well. You know, if you are, for example, the guys that are, you know, the husbands, the boyfriends that are sat there in the background right now because your other half is making you watch JewelleryMaker, I am sorry. But maybe, just maybe, you've been looking for something really, really special. Maybe she buys her pearls from us here at JewelleryMaker. Do you know what? You could come in secretly and get these for her, and you could take them to a jeweller to have them knotted and get a clasp put on, and then you could give them to her or your anniversary or birthday or Christmas, or just because she's your wife and she's lovely. You know, you could do that as well. So you haven't necessarily got to be a jewellery maker. If you're looking for pearls, that exclusive strand of pearls, but you don't want to be paying thousands of pounds, you could take this strand to a jeweller and have that made for you. Please get a valuation. Please, please get a valuation. We are looking at something really, really high-end here. For insurance purposes, not just out of curiosity, for insurance purposes, you know, if you had to replace them, you need that valuation. FHDP46 is your code, 0800 644 655. I do understand that that is a considered purchase. Totally get that. I don't want you to feel rushed, and that's why we give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. Get them home, have a closer look at them, see them up close and personal. Within that 30 days, you can take them for a valuation. Take them for a valuation and see what that valuation comes back. Just tell the jeweller, I'm going to have them made, I'm going to have them knotted, I'm going to add a solid gold clasp, for example, if that's what you're going to do. Get a valuation. 0800 644 655 FHDP 46 is your code, £250 for you this evening. Can I just say massive congratulations to those of you that have checked them out, because you will love, love, love these. And if you have bought them as a gift for somebody else, you're not going to want to give them away, I don't know.
This is the first time I've actually seen these close
up. Oh, really? Or do you want to actually have
touch them?
Yeah, you can. They are amazing.
I've just been staring at it. These absolutely the most exquisite pearls I've seen here at JewelleryMaker. Absolutely beautiful.
The shine on them. And I mean, all of our pearls are incredible. But when you see the Radiant collection and you do see them up close and personal, you can totally see that we have hand selected every single pearl. You know, they're not going to be flawless. They're pearls. There will be pits and flaws in there, but there are very few with the Radiant collection.
Finding
there
it hard
really
to find.
are.
There's very, very, very. But that makes them real as well. Just finding the odd tiny. But they are absolutely stunning.
I will just count them actually.
All the boxes.
I know, it does, doesn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 53. Oh, I said 40. 53 pearls. Do you know what I want you to do now? Because, I mean, I don't sell jewellery, but obviously I do a lot of research. I'm not saying that out loud. If I must. £4.71 each. Say it fast. It's like that small print bit. You can't really hear it. If you were to pop just one of those onto a head pin, I would have one of them really short lengths of 925 or gold. And just again, I love that short length where it sits in the nozzle of your neck. That's like elegance personified. I'd be selling £100, you know, 80 to £100 depending on where I'm selling for just one of those on that necklace.
I mean, with gold, 120, 130,
easily. The difference between silver and
just
gold is astronomical. So again, take that into consideration, please. If you are selling, you might not be. You know, as I say, it's not always about selling for us here at JewelleryMaker. I really think that those of you that perhaps are thinking of selling will get these home and change your mind.
I wouldn't be able to part with those.
I don't think I would either.
A chance I would be able to part with those.
They are amazing. Now, there are a couple in baskets right now. As I say, I do understand that is a very considered purchase. You know, that is not even some people's yearly budget here at JewelleryMaker. But get them home. Get them valued. Get your certificate of authenticity with these as well. You're looking at something really, really exclusive and beautiful. Imagine if you got like, you know, like our salon sapphire strand that we had the other day, the deal of the day, and you know, you would just pop a few spaces in there, or you know, just anything like that, where you take another gemstone, Burmese ruby, something like that, something really high end, and you pop that in, makes massive differences in valuations. Well, I was talking to a jeweller who I'm very, very friendly with, actually, that works at my local jewellers, has done valuations for me in the past. We were talking about pearls specifically, and she was talking to me about the difference that gold can, literally shoot up a valuation. If it's gold, massive difference in prices with valuation. And she was also saying that even when you're just using minimal salon sapphire, a couple of them, or Zambian emeralds or whatever, it can make a huge difference in evaluation.
For these, I would just find that central pearl and maybe just pop one piece at each side of a different gemstone. I'm thinking, for me, I'd be thinking Colombian emerald or something like that, or a creme dioxide.
Oh my God! I mean, take your pick. Take your pick. Get it home.
I'd just put a very small amount just to either side, and that would be it for me.
Quite a few in baskets now. I don't want to put them away. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. Imagine being gifted that.
I wonder if my husband's watching.
My husband definitely won't be watching. He's just been on a stag weekend. Amazing. Right. Lapis tumbles for you. I love these. Again, it's that organic shape. Just love, love, love it. These are beautiful. Have a look at these. Oh my gosh, that colour is amazing. 70 carats of your natural lapis tumbles. You've got here 6x5 to 9x6mm in size. That's a 38 centimetre strand that you have there. That colour is so vivid. And do you know what? That colour's natural as well. A lot of lapis, actually, the majority of lapis is treated, it's dyed to enhance that colour. This is where, again, our buying team come into their own. You know, we're hand selecting for you. I love this. I would love actually to go to a gem fair with the buying team and help to pick out, you know, some of the gemstone strands. We're really fortunate because when you think about high street jewellers, you know, it doesn't work in the same ways, you know, obviously because they're buying thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of each and every item. It works very differently. You know, we have buyers that travel the globe for you, searching for the best gemstones, getting you the absolute best deals. You know, it might be that, do you know what? We could have had another strand here that actually was very, very like, you know, kind of similar in its shape, colour, except it treated, you know, dyed, for example. And we might be able to bring it to you at £1 less. But no, what our buying team have done is search for that natural strand that still has that amazing, amazing vivid colour. Of course, remember that, you know, where gemstones are natural, valuation, no valuation, it puts it up a notch. It really does, to say that you have a natural, untreated gemstone. 70 carats at £6.95. What would you do with these, Casey?
Bracelets, for me, stacking bracelets.
Yeah.
And I'd use that carnelian with it.
Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh. And this one.
Yes, yes.
Just add another metre in there because we can. And then your carnelian in there as well. Isn't that just stunning? Really pretty.
That would make an amazing tree of life design as well. The blue, yeah, really vivid with maybe some silver wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would look lovely, wouldn't it? Nuggets. Morganite. I mentioned this gemstone earlier on because if it's scarce, I think it was when I did the turquoise auction actually, just said about gemstones, coloured gemstones that have risen dramatically in price. So Tanzanite, obviously we know about turquoise. Morganite is one of those as well. You know, about 2 years ago, before I went off on maternity leave, I was doing some research on morganite one day, and to do this research, and it's the same if you get a valuation. They will search on other websites. They will search the high street. They will search designers and to compare prices. That's exactly how we get to a valuation. Well, that's what we do. We research other designers' websites and so on and so forth. I went onto so many designers' websites. Monica Venada, she's got morganite. I'll go on her website. Typed it into a search bar. No results found. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Ashley Clark's website. Type into that search bar, morganite, no results found. Literally, I was going onto all of these designer websites and nobody had any morganite. It was absolutely crazy. So I was like, hang on, it's not just us. Everybody in the industry was struggling to get this gemstone. Prices shot up again. Did they hear it, JewelleryMaker? Did they, heck? £9.95. 80 carats of morganite. Honestly, that is, per carat, that's ridiculous. 7 by 3 to 14 by 5 millimetres in size. And again, rough nuggets, it's what all of the designers are doing right now.
So desirable at the
Isn't
moment.
it?
Yeah, whenever I get anything that's rough nuggets, they just fly out.
It's my favourite. Isn't it funny how you change? You know, years and years ago, I was very much symmetrical, smooth.
Yeah.
Now I'm like completely, not me personally. And since I've had 2 children, I'm very irregular. My gemstone preference is what I mean. But I do love the irregular shapes and that rough cut, that nugget that has come from the earth with that gorgeous colour, as it is. You know, we've not faceted it, we've not polished it. As it is, just stunning. Under 10, again, I tell you what, there's a cheeky theme going on tonight. Is somebody messing with the clock? Does the light show always go this quickly? Wow. All right, Becky. All right, just got you. Time flies when you're having fun. Right, don't go anywhere because we've got lots more coming up for you. I think, are we doing the kit in the next hour? We are doing the kit in the next hour as opposed to your 9 o'clock hour as well. So don't move a muscle. And I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes.
Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easy to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
This just so happens to be one of my favourites. I love this. This is a must-have for me, I tell you. Look at this. Green onyx. I have mentioned Monica Veneda a couple of times already tonight. I'll mention her again. Other designers are available. Lots of them, including her big, she's just launched a big range of green onyx. It is so beautiful as well. You know, her jewellery is incredible, but because it has her name next to it, you're going to be paying for that name as well. These are stunning. They are so striking in their colour. Only got 73 chances. Now, I do have some green onyx. I have some green fluoride as well, which is unheard of in this colour, and it is pretty much this colour. In earrings, and every time I wear them without fail, somebody will ask me what I'm wearing and where I've got them from, every single time. It is a fact that when you walk into a room, there are two colours that you are drawn to. One is red, the other is green. If you were to make a pair of earrings with these gemstones and wear them, you will get a huge amount of attention. If you don't like compliments, these are not for you, because you will be getting them. This colour is just... We don't actually, as British, we don't actually take compliments very well. I don't take compliments very well at all. Like somebody will go, oh, that's a lovely dress. I'm like, oh, that's really old. Ugh. Do you know, I don't do compliments very well. I don't, Adam. I'm really tired. I've got bags under my eyes, but thank you. 96 carats in total. They are the most, if emerald could choose its hue, it would be this. This is, if you have a look on Cole Fabergé's website. So Cole Fabergé has a huge amount of Zambian emeralds in particular, and prices start from £36,000 if you've got a spare for £36,000. Yeah, starting from £36,000. Have a look at the colour of those Zambian emeralds, because this is the colour that you are looking at. I always call this Emerald City Green. This is my favourite tone my favourite colour green ever, and I think because it's green onyx and because you've got that diaphanity to the gemstone, it enhances that. So the diaphanity is basically the transparency that allows light to travel through very, very slowly. So as opposed to being completely transparent, the light just travelling through, it doesn't do that. Because you've got that opaqueness there, it catches the light, it breaks it down as it travels through the gemstone, and it throws it back. And this is how you get this inner glow, and it's really, really intense. Now, to be fair, they always look great in the studio, green onyx, always. I mean, this heat wave is just perfect for showing off gemstones. If you were to take these outside in the sunlight, that inner glow, it's almost like an orb, a lamp within that gemstone. It's absolutely magnificent. I really need to stock up on my green onyx. I love it, Katie. I love it.
Rondelles recently. I really need this strand.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Aren't they gorgeous? What would you do with this one, do you think?
I love a cascade pendant, really long cascade pendant, absolutely amazing. But just really simple earrings, just briolet wrapped, absolutely gorgeous.
They are. I mean, the inner glow, again, when I look on screen now, can't quite see it, but then when I look down, that one, I mean, it's just
amazing.
The glow is, it's kind of like, I was trying to put my finger on it the other day, and I describe it as, you know, when deep sea divers have their torches on undersea, you know, that's what it kind of reminds me of, that real intense glow that you've got there. Now, they're graduated 6x4 to 13x7mm in size. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32 individual gemstones. I just think long drops in earrings, you know, I personally would have to use my 925 sterling silver because I've got one of my favourite gemstones here. You just have the most fabulous. And it makes me think, so if you type in images on a search engine, celebrities and emeralds, there's a picture of Angelina, I can see it now. Angelina Jolie wearing an emerald pair of earrings. They are absolutely huge, and the glow from them is unbelievable. You're going to have the same thing with green onyx. Well, I don't think she even paid for them, Adam. I think she's probably given them, you know, like for the night, have to give them back, perhaps by Cole Fabergé or something like that. Yes, I wish I was in her position. And then Victoria Beckham, who's had an engagement ring for every year that they've been married.
I didn't know that.
I think she's got 12 engagement rings.
I wish I didn't know that.
And one of those is like a 10-carat Zambian emerald. Honestly, like, it's ridiculous. I think it was like £150,000 or something. Yeah, I know. So yeah, you know, if you have a look at that as well, and she pops it, you'll just see all of these emeralds, they glow, they have this intense glow. This is far more affordable than your emerald will be, your green onyx, because it's more abundant. You've got 96 carats, 6x4 to 13x7mm in size. Paul in Essex, Patricia in Swansea, Angela in East Sussex, Joe in Somerset, Tracy in Suffolk, Vivian in Malaga. Do you know what? I can't quite get as envious as I normally do because it is hotter here than most countries right now in Europe. Yeah, we're beating European countries. Producer Kim's friend went to Greece a couple of weeks ago. Storms and rain. Oh, you'd be devastated.
My daughter was in Dubrovnik 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's warm but very cloudy.
Oh dear,
yeah.
Oh dear. This is wicked what we've got here in the UK. So Vivian, I'll come to Malaga in the winter. Yeah. GTRU01. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32 individual gemstones you have on that strand. That is 16 pairs of earrings.
Wow. Who
Who needs Monica Veneda, eh, when you've got Katie Parker? GTRU01 is your code. And do you know what? £14.95.
Wow.
I did have a look at her green onyx prices the other day. I think we were like set. They were in gold, that said. You know how she does that very delicate kind of kiss of gold, like bezel set earrings and things like that. You know, you were looking at kind of £80. You've got 16 pairs of earrings. I think I said, yeah. She's just launched a whole range of green onyx. £130, £135. Just saying. 0800 644 655. And the thing is, you know, like here at JewelleryMaker we say bead quality, gemstone quality. This is gemstone quality. With green onyx, this is as good as it gets. This is, I mean, you could take this to a jeweller and have this set into gold if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Oh, it's absolutely stunning. The glow that you're seeing sort of at this angle
I know.
is amazing.
Oh, imagine them outside. This is, do you know what? As soon as I get home, I'm going to get the Carnelian strand, and I'm getting this one tonight as well. Definitely. 0800 644 655. Philippa in Bristol's got hers. Congratulations, collecting in Hampshire. You've got 2 as well. Imagine, and I'm not saying, you know, but I once sold, you know, one of the skull pendants that we had?
Yes.
And I've only ever sold 2 pieces of jewellery on that auction website. I've never sold anything else. And it was one of the skulls, and I simply just popped it onto a 30-inch length of chain. I'm a big fan of a particular designer that features the skull in his scarves and bags and everything like that. And all I put on my title on the auction website was that particular designer, I'm just going to say it, Alexander McQueen. Alexander McQueen inspired necklace. That's what I put. And I sold it for £45. Yeah, but you could say, you know, you could take, I mean, they're all doing it. Green Knight, have a look at Green Knights. As I say, Monica Veneda has just launched a new range, but there's lots of other designers that are using it. There's no reason why you can't create designs and say that you've taken inspiration from these designers to create that, but actually you're getting it at a much more affordable price tag. And let's be honest, who's going to know? Who's going to know?
Once it's round your neck.
Exactly.
Nobody knows.
Fabulous. I love that. Right, we are doing the kit at the earlier time. We're doing it in this hour. It would normally be 9 o'clock on the late show. Unfortunately, producer Becky isn't feeling very well today. So we will be leaving you at 9 o'clock this evening instead of 10 o'clock. So if you are wanting to make purchases, stay with us this hour, as we will be leaving you at the earlier time of 9 o'clock. Second kit. Oh my gosh. The green. See, my favourite colour in gemstones is green. These are just, oh, look at them. Oh my gosh. Do you know what this has for me? A very masculine feel, because you've not got that high polish on the malachite. They are. Adam, Director Adam has just said, I want somebody to make me some jewellery with that strand, Katie. You've got 50 minutes to do a challenge and demonstrate what you've done already. Brilliant. Yeah, because they haven't got that high polish on them. So again, it gives you almost that kind of back to nature look with your malachite, doesn't it? They are stunning. Now, that is a brand new strand of malachite. Oh, sorry, not to mention it again, but I have to. Malachite's in the World Cup.
It is.
It's at the bottom of the World Cup, isn't it? If ever there's a strand to come in for right now, it's this one, isn't it? I wonder, can you just do a little research for me, Adam or Becky? I don't know the carat weight of the malachite in the World Cup. I don't know if anybody actually knows that or information.
No, I was looking at it yesterday and I don't think I saw a carat.
No, I don't know if they have an actually. It's like if you have a look. So if you go onto again a search engine and type in malachite. World Cup. Just at the bottom, there's 2 strips of malachite. Just malachite, actual malachite in the World Cup. Will England be lifting that trophy? I think they will. I'm very confident.
I'm backing them. I don't even like football, but
Neither do I.
got so excited this afternoon.
It's great, I think. So, you know, I mean, you could be kind of going with now, is this wrong, Katie, of me? So I'm thinking, if England win the World Cup, England win the World Cup, let's make some themed jewellery for winning the World Cup. Malachite features in the World Cup. You can tell your customers, if you want a piece of jewellery to celebrate the win, to remember this year,
that is the sort of thing that I would do. I don't know whether I should say this, but in my shop, if I had a malachite jewellery, I would be, you'd kind of promote your items sort of on different sorts of social media. I'd be hashtagging England World Cup malachite.
Malachite's in the World Cup. Would you like your own malachite to... Definitely. I mean, come on. And we haven't won since 1966. What's happening?
It's our turn, isn't it?
Becky's still trying to find. I don't think you can. I don't think they really know as such. I mean, you know, it's a lot, but you know, is it 146 carats? I don't know. Anyway, brand new strand for you. They are perfect 8 to 9 millimeter rounds, and that is an 18 centimeter strand. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Commemorative. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Commemorative jewellery. I'm going to get this kit. I'm so jumping on that bandwagon.
Especially with it being quite that masculine look to it as well.
Yeah, exactly. Macrame bracelets.
Yeah. Just onto some leather cord, really simple.
I'll be up until 4 o'clock in the morning. Becky's given up. She can't find the carat weight. But if you have a look, Google the images, and you will see that at the bottom of the World Cup anyway. Commemorative jewellery for England winning the World Cup 2018. Yes, yes, I would do that. So you've got your malachite there. Oh, would you look at those? Oh my gosh, they are stunning. Love these. Freshwater potato pearls, 4 by 3 millimeters in size. How pretty. I love the more daintier pearls. They are just stunning. They really are. You have a gorgeous strand there. I love them. Oh, they've got so much luster as well. Great shape, great size, perfect luster. So again,
Really
if you're thinking
long
of doing those more intricate designs, attention to detail, perfect. What a beautiful strand that is. I didn't realise I had these as well. Silver plated filigree bead caps, 12 millimeters in total.
Loads of detail on those.
Look at them. I think they're the largest bead caps that we do,
Yeah.
actually, 12 millimeters.
Yeah.
They're really, really sizable, ever so pretty. So you've got 10 of those bead caps in there as well. And then you've got your silver plated wire in there. So you've got 10 metres of your 0.4 and you've got 10 metres of your 0.8 silver plated copper wire in there as well. 0800 644 655 commemorative jewellery making. Have a look at Katie's jewellery. Oh my gosh. I homed straight in on this kit earlier on because it's green. I just love the greens. £39.95. You've got a strand of pearls and a strand of malachite. I tell you, malachite necklace that I saw in Harrods, one of the designer concessions, there were 4 very small cabochons. Lariat style necklace, it was £45,000. Just saying. Obviously, I can't make direct comparisons, but I'm just saying. 0800 644 655. Lovely, lovely kit this is. I love the greens. I love it. In fact, this kit has everything that I want in my stash. Perfect. And for the commemorative jewellery making that I will be doing. GCXC94. Anelia in Norfolk, you're there, collect it in Greater London. Susie in Somerset, Tina and Linda's in. Congratulations. Maureen, you've just managed to get yours. Beverly, congratulations. It's coming home. It's coming home. I'm very excited. 0800 644 655. If you've not dialed yet, you can still do it now. Remember, we are going off air at the earlier time of 9 p.m. this evening. Our Becky, unfortunately, isn't feeling great tonight, so we will have to leave you an hour early. So if you're wanting to make any purchases, this is definitely the purchase. Did I count the malachite? Adam says no. I don't think you can remember. I think I did because I remember seeing the crib tubes in there. But I'll do it again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. I think it'd be worth multi-buying. I'm totally on this commemorative jewellery now. So 22 gents bracelets or ladies bracelets, whatever. But I think because she's saying the matte finish on these, they do lend themselves beautifully to the gents pieces. 22 pieces of jewellery. It's malachite. Obviously, they're graduated, so it depends on which size the gemstone we're going for. Just some leather cord, you know. £20 each, I think, would be conservative.
I mean, if you just to make little charms, just little charms,
Yeah.
just pop straight onto charm bracelets as your World Cup commemorative piece.
And it's the shape of the world as well. It's
Yeah.
the shape of a football as well. You see, it's perfect. This is my sale on my website that I don't have. This is GCXC94. Righty ho then, Katie. I shall let you
Okay, so
do the demo.
So we are going to do a herringbone design.
I love that bracelet.
So I mean, I know it has been done before, but I haven't seen it done for a while.
Okay.
It's a really nice basic technique that anybody that's not done any wire work could really easily do. Okay.
And you could do it with any round as well.
You could do it with any round. You could even probably do it with things that are kind of round, ovals and things like that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right. So we've got some 0.8, and I've got probably about 30 centimetres. Okay. So this is enough to do the bracelet. Okay. I've also done earrings as well, which you can do really easily. So we're just going to kind of just do that kind of central piece, that just how to get that really nice herringbone shape. Okay, so the way that you'd start it is we need to add a loop at one end for one end of our bracelet. Okay, so we're just going to pop a really simple wrapped loop in. So we're going to take that to about 90 degrees in one direction, and then take our wire around and then loop it around, just turning it. It's really, really nice and malleable with it being the 0.8, but it's still got that structure as well to be enough to hold your bracelet. And just really nice and gently just ease it around, and probably pop about 3 wraps on there. Okay?
Yeah.
And you can remove your pliers. Take that little tail off, and just using your chain nose pliers, just make sure that's all nice and neat, so nothing's going to scratch against your skin. Okay, so I started off, I've just used some really basic silver-plated spacers just from our findings packs, or you could use any sort of spacer you wanted, but it just separates it out nicely. So I've just dropped a spacer down there, and that's just sitting there nicely. Then I'm going to drop one of my Malachite down. So just pop that straight on. They go beautifully onto the 0.8. Now we're going to work with this on the wire. Doesn't matter, we don't have to work with it so that we're just kind of spacing it so we know it's going to sit in nicely there, because it's going to still slide along afterwards. So we can work with it down here. Now I would work from the reel with your 0.4, but I've cut it off just for ease here.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll definitely work from your reel, then you're not going to waste any of your wire. I work it sort of in this direction, so my loop on my right hand side. Okay, and what you need to do is keep your wire on the top. This is the way that I do it. So my wire's on the top. I've just left a little tail just for me to hold on to there. Okay, so I don't want to get that little bead. I'm just working next to my gemstone, and we're going to put 2 wraps in just to start, just to make sure it's really nice and secure, and my wire's still coming over the top. Okay, so just making sure that's nice, 2 nice neat wraps, and then what you need to do is turn your work around and then work across your bead, but you're still keeping your wire on top of this base wire. So this is coming over the top of the bead, touching the top of the bead here, over the top of the wire again, and then coming under and back over, and our wire's back on the top. Okay? Then we're going to turn around again, so it's going to be a lot of turning your piece, making sure you come over the top of that little tail. Okay, just pop that towards the back for a second. And again, keeping your wire nice and close over the top, and we're going to want to wrap at the other side of these 2 little wraps that we did to start with. So this time it's just 1 wrap, okay?
Yeah.
So we're just going to do 1 wrap each time. Now we're going to come over. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that little tail off, because we don't need it anymore. I would normally chop it off at the end, but just so that it's not getting in the way. Okay? So now what I do is I come over, I go round the back. If I just turn this upwards, I go round the back of the wire the previous wire that I just added, and then come over the top. So it's just taking it nice and slowly and methodically, doing that each time. So that's 2 passes on that side. And then we're going to go over and kind of round the back, so keeping the gemstone the same way around each time. My wire's coming over the top and sitting at the back of that wire, and then coming over and wrapping around once. And then we're going to turn it around again and do the exact same again. So it's my wire's coming from over the top here, over, it's sitting at the back, and wrapping your wire around, and then back again, over the back. So that's this kind of the first one on my bracelet, because I kind of graduated them. So that's got 3 at each side.
Yeah.
And then what I would do is I give that a little squidge at each side, and it kind of sets that little squidge, sets it all in place nicely. So I'm going to continue just because there's no point watching me do that little piece again, just how I got that larger one in the middle. And it really is exactly the same. So just really nicely making sure your wire's on the top. It's very tempting to pop it underneath. Yeah, to come round and come underneath. Don't do that. Your wire always stays on the top. And I'll just turn it on this side that way. And I'm sitting my wire at the back of my little group of wire at
That's
each
such
side.
a lovely weave. It's really neat
it's really,
as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you just take it steady.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people tend to do it and they make kind of a loop like this. And for me, it doesn't sit. I'm a bit of a neat freak.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. Just a bit. Yeah, and it doesn't sit well for me, does that?
Yeah.
But I like it. And as you build it up and you get more and more, just keep turning it, keeping your wire on top and just popping your wire behind. Sorry if my fingers are covering it. I hope you can sort of see what I'm doing. And then just every time you sort of you've done a few rounds, making sure my wire's getting behind there, and you get back to the end that you started on, you know you've got even numbers. Yeah. And just give that very gentle, just a little squidge. And it kind of makes it that eye shape. Yeah. Really beautiful eye shape. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I did 7 on that largest one. So I'll just build it up to 7 just so you can really see that design. So making sure we come behind there, back over to the top. It builds up really quickly. It's quite a quick bracelet to do, but it's so effective. It works. I love it on the earrings.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so it gets more awkward sort of as we go. Sort of gets larger. And the other thing you can do is instead of doing one wrap in between each one, if you wanted to sort of elongate it out, you could pop 2 wraps in, and that would give you a slightly different look also. Okay, so we've come back to there. We should have enough now, so give that a nice squidge, and that'll set them all into place. And then make sure you just finish it off just with just one extra wrap, just for a bit of extra security. Snip it off right in there, and then just very gently hold onto your bead, and you'll find it'll slide down.
Wow.
And you just continue just adding a spacer and continue adding those, but it's just a really nice, effective way of making beautiful links.
Yeah, it's lovely. And you can put those links into a necklace design, you can put them as earrings, you could even have one as a ring.
You could probably make maybe 3 and then drop it down as a pendant and hang one of the malachite on the bottom. It'd look. There's lots and lots of things you can do, but it's just a really nice, simple technique, but it's really effective.
I love that, and I love it because of that. I don't think it would be too difficult to make it neat, because I know, for me personally as a wire worker, I struggle.
I know, I've seen people do that kind of loop, but I think keeping it nice and close gives you that really beautiful elongated look.
Yeah, and as you say, just take your time with it, and it's just amazing. I love all of that jewellery. It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. You can get that kit home today, just £39.95. 0800 644 655. There are lots of those in baskets right now. But just check out as soon as you can. You're going to have that home in a couple of days' time. Do you know what? Just the pearl strand alone, if you restranded those pearls, perfect size. They are beautiful. GCXC94 was your code for the kit. Brand new strand of malachite in there. And I think other than the nugget strand, we've not really seen a strand with that matte finish, which I am loving.
Those bead caps, they're really malleable. So some of those earrings there where I've kind of shaped them right around the bead. You can do lots with them. The ring, I've kind of flattened. I hammered that and flattened it out. So there's lots you can do with those too.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? They're quite there's something actually, those earrings then, they look quite Victorian. Very vintage. I love those. Really pretty. What a great price tag as well. Righty ho, where should we go next, Beck? Number 2. Have a look at these pearls. Oh,
that was pretty.
I love dainty pearls. These are gorgeous. These will be perfect bridal, actually. I'm thinking bridesmaids, flower girls. Just simple bracelets. beads. You know, it can be really, really expensive as the bride and groom, if you like, when you're organising a wedding and you have so much to pay for and so much to buy. You know, genuine gemstones are not the most affordable things on the planet, let's be honest, but if you want to try your hand at making something yourself, you could make bracelets very, very easily with this strand. You've got perfect shape there as well in your rice beads, which does lend itself beautifully to bracelets and earrings and little drop charms and things like that. So if it was a delicate necklace design that you wanted to make, you could do that very easily by just popping one of those onto a head pin. The same with charms, or just simply popping those onto some beading thread and making a really pretty bracelet design. Or alternatively, you could knot with that as well.
Yeah, you could definitely knot with that. That'd be really dainty, wouldn't it?
Oh.
Have such beautiful fluid, the movement if it was knotted. Yeah.
Yeah, stunning, isn't it? That's a 38cm strand, and we're just at £7.95 for you this evening. 0800 644 655. Now, do remember, we will be leaving you at the earlier time of 9 p.m. this evening instead of 10 p.m. So if there's anything you're wanting to buy, come in, dial the number now, and shop till you drop for the next half an hour. GP95, gorgeous, gorgeous, delicate peachy hue. And of course, that's going to go with your black pearls. It's going to go with your white pearls. It's going to go with your golden pearls, your green pearls, your blue pearls, your purple pearls. Any colour, every colour of the rainbow, I think we have here at JewelleryMaker, to be perfectly honest. I didn't realise pearls came in so many different sizes and shapes until I worked here at JewelleryMaker.
No, I didn't. I just thought pearls were round.
Yeah, round pearls, that's it. I was exactly the same. But as we were saying earlier, having all these different shapes and sizes means that we can do so much more as jewellery designers. Just £7 a night. So imagine it being in the jewellers. I can see it now, them popping the strand down with their gloves on, passing it to you to have a closer look. Would you like a glass of champagne while you look at those pearls? Always think they've got an ulterior motive when they do that, you know. GP95, to be fair, twice I've invested in art. Both times I've got a little drink and I've been persuaded. Yeah. Yes. Would you like me to open another bottle of champagne? Yeah, come on.
My sister did that last weekend. She invested in some beautiful art.
Did she do that?
Yeah,
See,
a lot.
yes, see.
It's gorgeous though.
Have a look at these. Oh my gosh, the fuchsias are everywhere at the moment. I've seen fuchsia coats. I know, you don't need a coat in this weather. Suits as well. Along with the ultraviolet, the fuchsia is very, very on trend, isn't it? Because it's the fuchsia, says our director Adam. See what you did there, Adam. 70 carats of your fuchsia agate there, 6mm in size. Agate is a fairly abundant gemstone, it's fair to say. Famed for its banding as well, so you get that fabulous personality within every single gemstone, don't you? Under five. Do you know, as a brand new viewer here at JewelleryMaker, if you spend £4.95 or more, you get getting started pack as well. End of term week. Is it a week? 2 weeks. What day is it today?
20. It's the 21st.
My son breaks have been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's got two full weeks left. Teachers' gifts, teaching assistants, £2.50 each bracelet. Teacher and a teaching assistant there. Job done. Yeah. Brilliant. MHPO78 is your code. Well done. No school run for 6 weeks. I know. It just takes the chaos out of the mornings. Which one, Beck? Oh, bit of a pink theme going on here. These are gorgeous. Lovely, lovely hue. So earlier on we had the lavender shells. They were smooth rounds. These are faceted for you. Lovely, they're like actual disco balls.
I love it when we facet these. They're amazing, aren't they?
So shiny. And these are the rose shell actually, which I think one of my favourite pinks. So we were saying earlier on that the lavender we really, really like as our favourite. But actually, I think the rose is quite a sophisticated pink as well.
It's not an in-your-face pink.
No,
is
it's
it?
not.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the lavender for the mother of the bride or the mother of the bridegroom that we had earlier on, and these ones for the other would be perfect, wouldn't they? And these are smaller than the ones we had earlier, 10mm in size. So again, different options there because of your size that you've got. 38cm strand. And we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40 individual gemstones you have on that strand. That's, for me, 10mm is a perfect earring size. You know, if you just want one round in an
if you're just going to have a single drop.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Really, really pretty. Or again, why not go all out? Restrand, you could knot them if you wanted to, add your class and have that very, very elegant look in a necklace design. FTGP09. Do you know what, actually, shell pearls, I don't think I've ever seen them on the high street. I know that they're I know that they'll be there somewhere because it's shell pearl, but I haven't actually ever seen them in a high street jewellers. FTGP09, every penny and every pound coming off of this price tag for you. We're still sticking with the nearly everything under £10 theme this evening. Literally, honestly, other than a few pieces, I think pretty much everything has gone under £6, not under £6.95, under £10, £6.95. FTGP09 is your code for that one. Maureen back in, Linda, congratulations to you. Gail in Renfrewshire, you're there. Well done. Gillian, you're there as well. Hold the lines. Fabulous. Oh. Look at these.
Oh, I love that colour.
Isn't that fab?
Yes.
What does that colour make you think of?
Oh, holidays. It does.
Does though, doesn't it?
It does.
It's that. It is that. It's like a sea foamy.
It is sea
Oh, is
foam,
it?
yeah.
Well, there you go.
Once I'd got that sea foam in my head, I couldn't think of anything else but holidays.
There you go. And do you know what? Because I'm really funny, I just say colours and I have no idea what they are, or I just say it anyway. But well, now I know. Now I know what sea foam actually is. There we go. That's gorgeous. 11, sorry, not 11 millimetres, just size 11, which basically means we'll have 11 of those, not gemstones, seed beads in a row that will give you an inch in length. There are thousands of your seed beads there. That is such a stunning. Imagine if you had like some coral coloured seed beads as well.
Yes.
I think coral would look amazing with those. Oh! I think that was an accident. £6.95 is not price tag, £4.95 is now. How many do we have, Beck? We've got good quantity.
That is one of the most popular colours as well.
I was just going to say, like, I wish we had 133. In fact, I wish we had 1,033. But we only have 33 of them. £4.95 for you this afternoon, evening even. QMBD05. I know how to confuse people, don't I? I did. I went on the morning show last Saturday. I spent all morning saying good afternoon. I know. 0800 644 655 QMBD05. Oh, look at these. Do you know, Leslie Rogalski came over on the birthday week and I did a show with her and she had some seed beads of this colour. And they look, she's got them, I can't remember the name of the beads, which hopefully she's going to come back and do some more launches with us. But it was very like earthy tones, you know, like your mookites and your jaspers. That's what I mean. I think they are gold.
I've had these in a kit before
kind of got
with
that
a cobalt blue.
Right.
Absolutely gorgeous. Ooh. Really set against each other nicely.
They're beautiful. See, it says gold, but as I picked them up, I was seeing much more of a kind of jasper. Do you know, like an earthy tone?
That earth, yeah.
I think it's because they're not shiny, because they have got a matte finish to them. So I'm kind of seeing that more earthy tone than the gold tone to them. Your size 15s with these ones. So as far as size goes, they are the smallest seed beads that we bring you. Your size 15s there. They're going to work so well with so many other colours, aren't they? Just fantastic. DHBD60 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655 or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com this afternoon. In fact, they would go with the first kit beautifully with the purples and the yellows in there. They'll go with the seafoam blue that we've just had. I think I might be bringing you some baby pink ones as well soon. They'll also go with those. 0800 644 655. June, you've checked out. Congratulations to you. Collect it in Clackmannanshire. You're in. Congratulations. Collect it in Essex. You've just managed to get these as well. Remember, if you're shopping on the web, you do see a price. It may not be the price, Nobody pays any more than anybody else. Just £4.95 for you this evening. Well done. Do you know what? That's such a... That price tag, that I haven't actually tried seed beading. I bought some seed beads, but I've never actually sat down.
Size 15s go so far because they're all the ones that you kind of add detail to.
Yeah.
So it's all your edging, but they usually come in a smaller pot, but they seem to last forever. I don't think I've ever got to the bottom of a pot of them.
I don't think many people have in any, you know, it's so difficult to get through them. I think you don't realise how far they go until you actually have them. This isn't going well, Katie. I could do the sticky bead now. Or Katie is my camera assistant. Sorry, Beck. Oh, look at these. Oh, look. You see, it makes me think of a little baby girl.
Tea rose.
What colour is that?
This looks like a real tea rose hue. I mean, I don't know what that is, but...
That's one of my favourites.
Particularly light tea rose. Isn't that gorgeous? That's really pretty. I'm just going to bring back the seafoamy blue, actually, because look at those together. Gorgeous. Size 11s. Again, with the pink that you have there. Really, really pretty. Imagine all your floral designs. These are perfect for, aren't they?
It's kind of got that, it's that pink, but it's also got that slight peachiness to it.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd be, if I was going to use gemstones with it, I'd be using a morganite with it.
I was just about to say, as soon as you said peachiness, I was thinking, yeah, actually, it does remind me of morganite in its colour. Really, really gorgeous colour you've got there. For all of your floral designs, you know, your foliage and things like that, all of those types of designs that you're wanting to do, these are a must. Your size 11s, KMBD82 is your code. We were saying earlier on that actually size 11s are the most popular and really, really versatile, aren't they? Our poor Beck, she's struggling. She says, we may as well just price match them. Oh, she's not beating very well. £4.95. £4.95 for you this evening. I would be on the web right now getting all of these seed beads, adding them all to one order, paying 1p&p, £3.95 for you. A massive well done if you've managed to check that. I'm trying to think, because I always try and think of interior design and other things that we can do, because I'm just thinking nursery. That's such a lovely girly baby, girly pink.
Yeah, you could make some beautiful things, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. £4.95. Well done if you've managed to check those ones out. Gorgeous. Right. Speaking of morganite. Ooh, multicolour beryl.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Look at those blues.
Morganite.
Look at that one. Morganite is part of the beryl family, as is aquamarine. So the blue variety of your beryl is what we know to be aquamarine. The pink variety is what we know to be morganite. There is a lot of the pink and there's a lot of the blue going on in this strand. That one in particular there, both Katie and I homed in on that one at exactly the same time. For colour and clarity, that is absolutely beautiful. And you know, this is where really, I think, we haven't messed up, but the reason that we're calling this a multicoloured beryl strand is obviously because you've got greens in there as well. It's not just the pinks and the blues. Whereas if we'd called this an aquamarine and morganite strand, we could potentially price this higher. That's not how we work here at JewelleryMaker, so we're not going to do that. However, going back to what I was saying earlier on about morganite and how limited it was about 2 years ago, and the fact that prices shot up so much, I don't think this is something we really take into consideration with our multicoloured beryl strands at all. I mean, you know, every single one will be different. So it might be that the next strand is predominantly pink. It might be that the next strand is predominantly blue or green. Multi-buy, especially when we're at just £9.95. This is the Sunday night, nearly everything under £10 show. £9.95.
I would pay that just for that one, and like we've been saying about that chain, and just pop that single one
on a short chain. Just
chain.
Really delicate. How pretty! Look, can you see?
So beautiful.
I'm not going to say fire because it's not fire. I don't know how close you can get to this gemstone, but this happens a lot when you haven't got a transparent gemstone. So it's the crystals within the gemstone, the formation. Can you see that glitter? I'm going to say, well, not glitter, glittery-like appearance. Can you see all of those colours coming through? How amazing is that? I think that makes gemstones look so magical when that happens. Yeah, that one, Katie, in a ring, 95 sterling silver. I think we could go £20, £25 all day, every day. £9.95 for the entire strand. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26 gemstones. £9.95. Amethyst. Oh, let me bring back the pink seed beads. I don't know what I would do or how I would do it, Katie, but I just know they'd look great together.
I'd be making some sort of bracelet. I don't know exactly what, but I'd be making a bracelet and working around all those gemstones, yeah.
Really pretty. Look at that, the pink and the purple together. Generally, people that like the pinks like the purples as well, and vice versa. So it's always a good combination, morganite and amethyst, for example. Now you've got 60 carats in your graduated wheels here. Again, because you've got that flat edge to the gemstone, they will work great as spacers. But just as they are in a strand, I think because you've got that lovely flow with wheels, they just sit next to each other beautifully, don't they? There was no pun intended there, I don't know, the little giggle. 60 carats, 4x2 to 7x4 millimetres in size, 18 centimetres. Adam says we're on a roll. Hey, ZIRU 29. The colour of the season is ultraviolet. Amethyst is a must. I mean, it is anyway because it's such a popular gemstone. Really popular gemstone. February's birthstone, of course. No one ever asks any questions about amethyst, do they?
No, and it's a reason for somebody to approach your store because they'll see that beautiful purple and they know that you've got genuine gemstones on your store. Definitely.
And what a ridiculous price tag as well. That is a no-brainer, not just for amethyst, but for Zambian amethyst. So we're talking what we consider to be the cream of the crop here at JewelleryMaker. Nothing beats it in terms of colour. 0800 644 655 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 18 20 22 24 26 28 30 each side. I'm going with 61. And you've got that big marker in the middle. Just that one on its own would be beautiful in a design, wouldn't it? Just a bracelet design, bit of Essilon, again, very on trend look at the moment. ZIRU 29 is your code for that one. 0800 644 655. Well done. Righty ho. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow. Look at this. Huge single gemstone. You're looking at 10 carats. Oh, do you know what? I would have had that down as more than 10 carats. It looks bigger to me. 40 by 14 millimetres in size in your amethyst drop cabochon. So with this, you have no drill holes. So there's a few options with this one. Seed beading, of course, you can bezel set it essentially, can't you?
You can set it in wire, and I'm actually doing a demo with a gemstone very similar shape to that tomorrow with wire and setting in a ring.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
are you on the night again tomorrow?
Yes, that would work perfectly.
Brilliant. Yeah. So yeah, you know, seed beads, brilliant. You could do that with your wire as well. You could claw prong set that. You could net that as well if you wanted to. There's lots of different ways that you can set cabochons. Now, if you've never done it before, just go along to our YouTube channel. And have a look at some of the tutorials over there. And the great thing with things like this, I think, is if you just take some of your copper wire, you can practice your different techniques. You know, you can find which way you prefer, which way looks best with this particular cabochon. And then, you know, if it's just your copper wire, you've come in and got yourself some clearance wire, you've got a great deal, just cut it off and try again, you know, and try different things. But I've said it many, many times before, the first time I ever attempted wire work was to wrap a cabochon, and because that cabochon was of size, I actually found it quite easy, you know.
This sort of size and shape is a lot easier because it's got some angles for you to grip your wire around. So it's great.
Oh, that was very casual. Becky said, it's £3.95. £3.95. Now, the more carats you can fit into a single gemstone, the better. The higher that will come out in evaluation. Look at that. I would be multi-buying.
Absolutely. It's beautiful.
£3.95. That is unbelievable value. Guaranteed one, guaranteed size, guaranteed carat weight. 10 carats, 40 by 40 millimetres. I mean, if you wanted a really show-off ring, that's incredible. Pendant with that. Brooch season.
Even if you didn't want it to go near the wire work, if you've got any of our ribbon ends, the ones that you can open up flat,
just glue it on.
Just glue it on the back. Pendant. Yeah, just shape it so it's the same shape as that tip, or glue it on the other end, whichever way. There's nothing wrong with a bit of
I
glue.
do quite like actually pear drops in pendants that way.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
my favourite way.
looks
Yeah.
really pretty, doesn't it? £3.95 is an absolute steal that you've got this evening. RBPO17 is your code for this one. I would be buying 5 of those, I think. I'm going to have a great time when I go home shopping tonight. There's so many things that I need to get. 0800 644 655. Maureen, congratulations to you. Beverly's back in Lancashire. Well done to you. Collector in Bedfordshire. You're there. Lindsay, congratulations to you. Wendy, you've got yours. Tina's in. Congratulations. Inga, Elizabeth, Rachel, you're there. There's loads and loads of you coming in for these. Now, remember, we are leaving you in 10 minutes' time. We're going off air an hour early tonight. Make sure you come in and check out. It's time for your final star buy. Do you know what? Genuinely think I've seen this gemstone twice here at JewelleryMaker before. This is not an everyday gemstone. Oh my gosh, where did we find this? Wow. Not just any zircon, but blue zircon. Oh my goodness me, they are epic. Look at that colour as well that you've got there. We are talking collectors here. I mean, we're talking about zircon that is 4.5 million years in the making. You know, we're talking a lot of history, a huge amount of history with your zircon. 48 carats in total you have there of blue zircon. Do you know, it's the kind of gemstone that if a producer said, oh, we've got blue zircon tonight, I might think, oh, you know, like diamond strands. Minimal carat weight, you know? I just think minimal carat weights. I'd never ever imagine that we could bring you something like this. 48 carats in total you've got of blue zircon. Now, zircon is a really fiery gemstone anyway. It has more fire than a diamond. However, for me personally, in my experience over the years, blue zircon has always proved to be the fieriest. Whether it's that hue within the gemstone that enables us to see that fire even more, I don't know, but it has always appeared to be the most fieriest out of all of the varieties of zircon that I've ever brought to you. Now, when I mean fire, if you look at that recording there, can you see those flashes of colour coming through? So the flashes of greens, the flashes of blues, the flashes of reds coming through. Basically, when a white light enters the gemstone, it bounces back and it disperses into its spectral colours. And that's what we refer to as fire. You see it in diamonds a lot, you see it in your zircon, you see it in Swarovski here at JewelleryMaker as well. It's a magnificent display of colour. On a day like today, or the days like we've had lately, fire is one of the best things to see outside in natural daylight. It's explosive. It's like a firework display in blue zircon. It really is. Now, you've got your faceted drops here. They're 4x3 to 9x5 millimetres in size. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21 individual gemstones. Now, it's just occurred to me suddenly that this is something completely different that we can have as our something blue in our bridal designs. Because when we're talking about something blues, we say sapphire, we say Tanzanite, we say blue diamonds, we say aquamarine for the more subtle tones. I don't think I've ever once said blue zircon. No. Because we don't have it enough for me to remember that it's there, you know?
Stunning, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
Absolutely.
I love the it's not like any other tone of any other gemstone either. It really is. I can't compare it to anything else. In fact, just looked at, as soon as I said I can't compare it to anything else, I looked at that recording and thought, oh, that reminds me of Peridot tourmaline. Do you know what? Maybe the bluer tourmaline, the Peridot tourmaline, one of the rarest gemstones on the planet, blue to green in its hue. There are quite a few on there that look very Peridot-like in its colour. All of the history that ever has been is locked inside this gemstone. How amazing is that? Now, we don't have this gemstone every day. We don't have it every week. We don't have it every month. I cannot tell you the last time that I bought you blue zircon. I can't even remember. In fact, I remember looking at a strand the other day. I don't think we had the chance to play. It could have been this strands that we had. And I don't think we had the chance to play it or something or other. Anyway, I can't remember actually bringing you or even seeing on screen a blue zircon strand. This is something really, really special. Now, I already have collectors multi-buying for this strand. I have absolutely no idea where this is going on price. However, I would imagine that this would be around the £100 mark easily because it's blue zircon. Oh.
Wow.
After all that.
I know, yeah, exactly. My job is done, I'm going home, goodbye. £39 and 90, what is that, Becky? £39 and 95 pence. This is where I am really rubbish here at JewelleryMaker, and whether it's perceived value or whether it's no, it's not perceived value, because actually through my years and my research, I know that this is a valuable gemstone. I know that this is a rare gemstone. Yet we've taken it to 39. It's no wonder we've got multi-buyers on this one. It's your last opportunity to come with us live this evening. This will be our final auction for you. 0800 644 655. Kath in Pembrokeshire, how are you? I've not seen you. Well, read your name out for ages. I hope that you're doing all right, and check it out as soon as you can, Kath. You're going to love this when you get it home. Kath there, collector in Gwynedd, you're there. Lynn in Kent, you're there. Collector in Hampshire's got two. Philippa in Bristol, you're there. Suzette in Moratia, you're there. Gail, congratulations to you in the West Midlands. Wendy's back in as well. You've got yours. You've got two. A massive congratulations. If your budget will allow you to, Tracy's just got two as well. There are literally, your number, I love this, when you check out and then you think, oh, do you know what? I'll get another one. You don't know when it's going to come back on screen, if it's going to come back on screen. We had a lady text in the other day when we were in a Zavarite auction, a Zavarite Garnet auction, said she's been with us since day dot. She said, genuinely, I haven't seen Zavarite Garnet since 2014.
I can believe it. I've never seen blue zircon. I know I've never seen blue zircon.
I just don't know what we've done with that price tag. That is absolutely unbelievable. As I say, if you do have it in your basket, you must make sure you are checking out as soon as you possibly can. Remember, prices go back up at 8 AM in the morning. Also, if we do get really low on quantity, the call centre can allocate it to the telephone bidders as well. So please, please make sure you check it out. I want to take that home with me. Amazing, well done if you've managed to get that. Now, unfortunately, we are leaving you an hour earlier tonight because our producer Becky isn't feeling too well at all. So we will leave you with the morning show. If you've got anything in your basket, please make sure that you are checking out as soon as you possibly can. Katie, you are back on the Late Show tomorrow, aren't you?
Yes, tomorrow night.
And what have you got, did you say, in the kits?
I've got tiger's eye cabochons.
Tiger's Eye cabochons. Is it Zena tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes, our lovely Zena. So make sure you come back and see Katie's pieces tomorrow evening. I will be back on tomorrow's mid-show with Double Trouble, collectively known as Claire and Fleur, who I will probably call Pearl at some point. It's going to be absolute carnage, I tell you. Please join me tomorrow at 1 o'clock on the mid-show. Whatever you're doing for the rest of your evening, have a great one, a safe one. I shall see you back here tomorrow at 1. Take care.
Love JewelleryMaker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the JewelleryMaker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.